or something.
All right. What's happening?
What's up, Ghost?
What's happening, man?
Whole bunch of nothing. You know what? I mean, everybody knows what's going on with me and my stuff, so we just start the show with no, it ain't fucking here yet. And just drop it, all right? We just drop it for now. I do, since we will have a guest here in a little while. Ryan's going to come out and talk about what he's got going on.
Cool.
And a couple of shows he's got coming up that will be played on the Roku channel. We're gonna get some of Ryan's stuff up on the Roku channel that isn't normally on the Roku channel.
Cool.
So he is bringing his, and I quote, interviews to the Madness Network right now, and we're gonna be talking about that.
Cool. Me and Java, we worked on our show. We're going to pre-record ours. That way you can, it's going to be like 30, 45 minute hits. And then you can just play them whenever you like. Whenever you got some dead air, you need to play something, you can just play it whenever, as much as you like. And it's basically the show. We're going to call it, Say It Like You Meme It. And we're gonna bring up like images, just random images. And we're gonna just make jokes about it.
Okay. Okay.
And that's what that's the whole show. Any image. So if you got an image you want made fun of, send it to us. Send it our way. We'll definitely make fun of. We found some fun stuff too, man. We got one of them in the books already. So we're gonna do that.
That's hilarious. Okay, good. I can't wait to see it. Now, I was going to say, Ryan is going to be bringing the and I quote interviews because he's got to back off from Freewheeling Friday while he's working on this book.
Okay.
So I'm like, cool. I don't want to make you do more work than, but I mean, since you're already doing these awesome interviews anyway, why don't you toss me those to play up in that time slot on the network, and then we can get them up on Roku too. Sure. So, and I quote, is coming to Roku. I like that. I like the sound of that. And of course, with you bringing a new show and them coming back, I'm gonna be extra busy. Busy going forward. For those of you who don't know, Nem in the AM aired this morning for the first time in a few months over on Pilled, and great show as always. I hung out with Nem today because I was just glad to see him back.
Yeah, I know, man. I missed it, man. I was so busy this morning, but man, I missed it. I like Nem's show, man. I like just messing with Nem, bro. He's just an all-around fun guy, man.
Well, I mean, he's talking about getting back in the swing, and I tell you, just come ease your way back in here because, I want you to be able to get back to doing all your shows. But I don't want you rushing back to do all your shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, I don't want setbacks. I want you to be feeling it when you're doing it and having a good time. So it was fun hanging out with him this morning. But if y'all don't know, there was, we had Taco Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm.
And Madness Gaming, Nem's Gaming Madness. And we had the CRoM Files. I mean, Nem was hosting a lot of different shows when he had to go have these surgeries done.
Well, he had Nem in the AM two days a week too, right? Wasn't it Monday and Friday?
Yeah. Monday and Friday. So, we're going to get some Nem back, but we're going to get it a little bit at a time. I told him, you come back, as you feel it, not because you're feeling pressured to do it.
Yeah. We want him tip top, man. We don't want to force him into nothing. We want him to, go at his own pace. That way he's comfortable and everything.
Yeah. I want to feel it.
Got 30-something media in the chat. We got Houston, Texas Dave.
And we got Houston, Texas Dave, not to be confused with Texas Dave Houston.
Yeah.
Two different people. I love it. We got Houston, Texas Dave, and we got Texas Dave Houston.
That's wild.
If you know, you know. The
Awesome.
other guy, Texas Dave Houston, is my co-host on Comics Across the Pond. And Houston, Texas Dave actually lived down Texas. Two different people from two different countries. I love it. So
Yep. Now I wanted to make sure I put the word out that we're doing like a little contest with Atomic Annie album art. So anybody interested in entering submitting a art entry, you have a chance of winning $100 from me. If you win the first round of album art covers, which, you know, the idea, Pops, is really just to use all the art in some type of collective, you know, area, whether it be a book or on like an animation or something. You know, that's the idea. But the winner of the, you know, because album art, me personally, I bought albums before because of the album art. Like I might not even know who the band is. I was
well,
telling
that
Mal
actually
story last night about it.
that actually is one of my. You know, how everybody tries to have an off the wall question when they're doing an interview.
Yeah.
That is my off the wall question for interviewers is what's your favorite album cover art?
Yeah.
And I've never had one of them just go, oh, it's this. Every one of them has been a catch by surprise
man, that's
type
a hard
of thing,
question.
right?
Yeah.
They're like, damn, nobody ever asked me that before. Exactly. That's why I'm me.
So I figured we, start with that, start with some album art cover. And, if you need to know a little bit more lore about Atomic Annie, you can always go back and watch our shows because that's what we talk about. Or you can just ask me or one of those guys directly, like maybe what they would like to see and go from there.
And the whole thing is, you guys have all seen all the different stickers that Ghosty's made and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole thing is this could turn into more than just an album cover.
Yeah. I mean, the grand idea, would be to have like a book, an animation, and a music album that all coincide. Kind of sort of like the same idea with the Dark Side of the Moon with Wizard of Oz. How if you play it at the right point, it'll just flow with it exactly. That's kind of the same.
I got a better one than that. If you play Rush Hemispheres along with the opening of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
Perfect. It's perfect.
So it could be any part of the Annie sphere. Annie's like a redheaded lady that basically jumps from dimension to dimension. So she never really fixed in what she looks like. She's always changing and
funhouse mirror. You never know.
Yeah. I mean, so right? And you can create your own Annie, really, and that's what we kind of want is original ideas to pop out there to, just help with the project. It's a big idea as right now, but I think it all.
Bro, we want you to draw Annie.
Yeah, you, the artist out there.
Not what we do, what you do. What's up, Grey Wolf? Another one.
What's happening?
What? This is what's up. Album cover art for Atomic Annie.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it out there for, folks like the Dustin and Addie's draw stream. Maybe they could spin a wheel and put Annie on there.
There you go.
Maybe Super Saturday. The judge, get him on the prowl. Some of his folks, Ryle T. Yeah, some of these guys. Sure, they could come up with some. The stuff they do is already awesome. So
see, I think
some
Raul,
cool Annie art.
I think Raul would be really well fitted to this because you can give him something and he will take it outside the box.
Yeah, that's what
you give him a regular character and then he will really like blow it out of proportion and make it like be larger than life type thing. And if you give him something like Annie and you let him design what she's gonna be, holy shit, you could end up with something really good.
Yeah, man.
But you got to win that album contest cover first. You got to win the album cover contest first. See?
Yeah. So you know?
design something that makes Mal and Tav just go, holy shit, that's
Yeah,
it.
it's fucking cool. You know, yeah, I
That's
want
the whole
that.
thing. If I was an artist and I heard this like yesterday, I would have been drawing something right away or coming up with a concept right away to try to get something in their hands before the contest and go and just blow their minds so that they just don't even do a contest.
Yeah, just win the $100.
You know what I mean? It's like just go out there and show something so awesome that they're like, oh, that fits so well that they just go, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you want, guys.
Yeah, man. So just putting that out there. See what kind of visuals are they just you know, it's just an idea in progress right now, 30 something. You know, we're looking for you guys to create something that we can run with. You know, it don't have to be anything in particular. You know, there is an antagonist. The antagonist is called Glitch, and it's a woman type figure. You know, always interrupting, always short circuiting the computer, always just a pain in Annie's ass. Because you know, and there's other characters too, like the conductor. The conductor is the guy that the super scientist that creates all this stuff that accidentally throws Annie into this perpetual, unending, you know, different multiverse of places that she has to go. And
I'll be right back. Carry this for a minute, bro.
Sure. And so she, you know, they done it to people before, but most of all the people they did it to before, they never remembered. Like they only remembered this particular version of themselves. Well, Annie is special because she remembers every version of herself and everything she learned. So she turns out to be a badass. Because, you know, in this timeline, she learned karate, and in this one, she learned how to code on computers, and this one, she learned how to, you know, do her hair real fancy, and so she remembers all this stuff. And now they're trying to stop the inevitable, you know, savior of the Annie in all the different realms of the, you know, they can explain it better than I can, but that's kind of the gist of it. Annie's beautiful redhead. So I'm sure you can run with that. And yeah, not sure what any of the other ones look like. I think Glitch, the antagonist, never really has like you kind of see her, but you don't really see her. You know, it's kind of like you just think about a glitch in the Matrix. That's what she is, but she's alive. Yep. Other than that, let's see. So they said it'll take them anywhere from 6 months to a year to complete this album. So we got time. No, it's not like we got a week or nothing. So, but hey, the sooner the submissions come in, the sooner we can, you know, start scaling them on, you know, how good they need to be in order to actually win. I'm sure just a plain black and white sketch is not going to win, you know, so probably the winner is going to be leaned more towards who's, you know, like backgrounds are going to matter a lot. You know, and Annie's actual appearance and all is, you know, hopefully just like the cherry on top to the art. Like everything else is so cool that Annie's appearance in there is just a little cherry on top of the sundae, you know. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, I just got hit with some billing questions about some of Mom's bills. I'm just trying to get it handled because got to do it when it comes up. Can't wait.
Yeah,
You know
can't wait on no jokers. It'll cut
stay
this
on
shit
top
off.
of this shit, especially since it's all new to me. You know, stay
How's
on
Mom
top.
doing, man?
Oh, she's good. She's good.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, my mom's doing a lot better since she had her spell last year. She's doing 1,000% better, man. I thought I was gonna have to move in with my mom because she was like there for a while. We thought she was gone, man, like mentally.
Well, yeah,
but
and I
she
think
snapped out of it.
I think my coming here has helped a lot because she's
Helped
a lot more involved again. You know.
Well, she didn't have anybody like staying with her, right, at all.
Not after Bob passed. No,
Right.
she was here by herself for a few months.
Yeah, it's a little scary probably for her too.
Yeah.
You know, just being alone in the middle of the night and, you know, feeling funny.
It is good now, though. She's got somebody here to help her. She doesn't, have to worry too much, although that's like one of the things she's good at.
Oh, yeah. Moms are great at worrying about you. Yeah. Well, that's good.
I just pulled out a piece of paper and then buried it right back in the pile again. What the hell's wrong with you? Yeah, I have like way less paperwork in my life than Mom does. way less paperwork in my life. Okay, this is it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. I got what I need. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's we also have like Alistor art,
Yeah.
and he's talking about doing another type of show after he's done with the CRoM sculpt.
Yeah.
Something that maybe doesn't see, because he has a show on Thursday, and if it's doing really well view wise, I don't want him to shut it down to go start something else.
Right.
I want him to do his thing, right? So we're going to try and find a time slot that's not dependent on the show before it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's kind of why me and Java chose to pre-record it. That way I guess you could set up a time slot for it, but really it could just be any time,
I will set up a time slot, but it's nice that it'll be on hand to do it. You know what I mean? It's like I don't have to worry about whether or not you're available. You'll already have done it. That makes it easy on me for sure. Yeah.
And we're hoping in about a week we're gonna have about 3 or 4 of them done. 30 to 45 minutes, and then you could just play them back to back or play them at different times or whenever. Yeah, man. It'll be the flagship comedy spot in the Monday Madness. Looking for more comedians out there. You got any not that we're comedians, we're aspiring comedians. Our mom tells us we're funny.
All right, now I got to make a quick phone call.
All right.
Come on, Ryan, hurry up.
All right. If anybody wants to jump in, raise your hand. I'll send you a link.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, I got to make a call real quick. Be right back.
Okay. So what you guys up to? What you up, 30-something media? What you up to, Ryle and T? What's y'all's latest projects, man? What y'all got? What y'all working on? Seen some of the stuff y'all do, man. That's good stuff. We had I was a part of they do a lady called Coffee Talk with Sandra, her channel on Pilled. She does a like Hollywood Squares game show, but she calls it the Foxhole Squares. Pilled used to be called Foxhole. Now it's Pilled. And anyway, so I've been on there several times, and I was on there Saturday for the semifinals or whatever for the men's, and I won. So next week I'll go up against another fella, and the winner of that will be the male champ. So say a prayer for me. Oh yeah. What's going on, Mr. Ryan?
Who invited this guy?
I know. It's very weird. It's very strange.
I was just fixing to make a bunch of excuses for Pops, but I don't have to.
No, I guess not. No, I found myself in cyberspace here, so I guess I ended up here. But no, Ghost Pepper, good to see you. Pops, good to see you.
Yeah,
Thanks
man.
for having me. Appreciate it.
Hey,
Yeah, it's Monday. It's for those of us who work the 9-to-5 grind, it's the worst day of the week because we hate Mondays, right? Garfield has said that for 45, 50 years. But You know, Pops, can I be candid with you for a minute?
I don't know. Can you?
Can you? Well, let me be frank here, because before we get into some of the stuff
Well,
that's
wait a
going on,
minute. Don't be
yeah.
frank if you're going to be Ryan.
No, exactly. Yeah. I know I walked right into that one, folks. I'm sorry, but it's good to see everybody in the chat room. That's good too. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope your Monday is, going fine. And if you worked a 9 to 5 grind, I hope you survived, because as we all know, Mondays suck. Let's talk about this for a minute, because this has been on my mind since last night when the news broke, and I got to be honest, I'm getting really tired of seeing these reports of all these actors that I grew up watching as a kid who are just suddenly passing away. Because I don't know if anyone heard this news, but Hayden Panettiere just passed away. And let me tell you something about Hayden. So Hayden, to a certain degree, Hayden, because I never met her, I never interacted with her face to face or anything like that. But I will say, in a way, Hayden and I grew up together, because I remember seeing this girl and Remember the Titans. All right.
Yeah.
So the fact that was one of her, first, I guess, big roles at that time, because it was 2000 when it came out originally. Working with Denzel, Will Patton, all those guys, like, that had to be huge for her. And then a few years later, she's in the NBC hit series. Well, one season was hit. The other seasons not so much. But season one,
cheerleader that saves
of here, exactly. It's really. I gotta say this. This is disheartening. And when I heard this news late last night, I was beyond shocked. I'm like, wait a minute. This is the girl who was invincible on Heroes. This is the girl who sang her heart out on Nashville, right? She was on that show for like 6 years. And, she was an Ice Princess with by the way, her co-star in Ice Princess was Michelle Trachtenberg, who also passed away not that long ago, which is another tragedy of Hollywood, I'll be honest. And then a week ago, I found out that Christy Knowings, who was one of the regular cast members on All That back in the late 90s, she was in the later seasons of All That. She wasn't like a member of the original cast when it first started out in 92 or 93, 94, whatever it was. But I remember watching these actors a lot and seeing them progress and grow and mature and play all these different roles and characters. And it's just, when I heard Hayden, I'm like, there's no way. Like, there's no way. And the fact that she was only 36, Pops, 2 years younger than yours truly, sitting in this building.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute. How is this? What is going on? What the heck is going on? Now, granted, and here's the crazy thing about Hayden. She was on the talk shows recently promoting her memoir that just dropped. She was talking about how great her relationship is with her 11-year-old daughter now, because she was going through, some substance abuse. She was going through postpartum depression, and that she was able to overcome all that and release this memoir, talking about her life and all the struggles she had and how she was able to overcome them. And she also spoke about how going to therapy really helped her out. She had a good support system with all that. And it's just, it's very disheartening. So if you are in the business of Hollywood, or someone who projects this, confidence, and saying, hey, life's great, I'm doing okay, blah, 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 check on your friends. Check on every single one of them if you have to, because we really don't know what goes on behind closed doors, don't we, Pops? Honestly, and the crazy thing is, I've done these shows, these podcasts, this last round of podcasts I've been doing for 6 years, right? With And I Quote, which, by the way, thank you to everybody who has supported my show over the years. I thank all of you. We've reached over 2,200 subscribers now, which is brilliant, which is great. I love it. Let me see. I met, what is this? I met her when she was, I met, who scared, are you talking about Hayden? What are you talking about?
Yeah. He met her not that long ago. And
3 months before, 3 months before her death. What was it? You said things about how, yeah, that is, man, it's crazy. So, I love doing these shows, Pops. I love doing these shows. I always have and always will. But no one really knows what goes on behind closed doors. So check on your friends, check on your family. Tell them I'm here to listen. Tell them you're whatever. If there's something you're going through, I want to hear you out. If someone needs someone else to vent to, be that person, right? Just be a good person. Be a good person. Be a listener. Be respectful of other people around you. Honestly, because the world is cruel enough as it is. And now, granted, we don't know what the official cause of death of what's going on, with Hayden Panettiere's case, of course, because it's an ongoing investigation. But man, it's devastating. It really is. It's completely devastated. I mean, when I woke up and I found that, I'm like, what the heck is going on here? Because so many young stars have passed away in this calendar year of 2026. Going as far back to Michelle Trachtenberg and, even years and years ago with Brittany Murphy and all these other actors and actresses. It's like, how, man, Hollywood's a messed up world, and Hollywood can do really weird things to you. But at the same time, you got to understand that people in Hollywood, they're still, I mean, as much as we may discount them as human beings, Pop, they're still human. They go through shit. All right. Hayden went through a lot of shit.
That's what Raul's saying, that she had come forward with some shit
not too
long ago.
A lot of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So what I'm trying to say is be nice, be respectful to other people. And my other thing is, Pops, my heart goes out to her family.
Yes.
Her friends, her followers, her devoted fans. I mean, all the millions. I mean, Hayden had millions of fans out there. I'm one of them, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, look, I may not have seen some of the stuff she did in the, what do you call it, like more recent years, respectively.
No, that's only because I got caught up with other stuff. She was the cheerleader who saved the world, man. Look.
Yeah. Well, that's going back to 2006. Let's not kid ourselves.
I'm not a huge fan of all of her body of work or anything.
No, I mean, listen, no actor bats 1,000 unless you're Denzel Washington.
Well, I mean, but that was the thing that will always be attached to her name for me.
Save the cheerleader, save the world. Yeah, Claire Bennett was her character. She was the invincible cheerleader. There's no doubt about it. And save the cheerleader, save the world was one of the most talked about memes or gifts or catchphrases. What do you call it? Like, just it's in the zeitgeist. It just isn't. It's in the zeitgeist for a reason.
It's like no matter what she did after that, that was still who she was always going to be for me.
Which is fine. I mean, look, I'm always going to remember her from Remember the Titans. I'm going to remember her as Claire Bennett on Heroes, like you pointed out. And then I didn't see Scream 6 when she came back as Kirby as an FBI agent in that one, apparently. But I remember her as Kirby in Scream 4 because, quite frankly, Scream 4 was a really good movie, in my opinion. When they brought everybody back and then they threw in these new talents, including Danny Panettiere, for example, and Emma Roberts at the time, too, which look how her star is blown up. But it's just like she was great in Scream 4. And then and for me, anyway, that's when I kind of lost track, right? I mean, I haven't really – what was it? Dispatch. Oh, yep, possible overdose. Yeah. I read that too. Yeah. But let's not jump to conclusions here. We don't know what the COD is just yet. But yeah, no, it could have been an overdose, could have been an accident, whatever it was. But listen,
the difference between you, like Ryan, you are a huge fan of these actors and actresses that put together amazing bodies of work. Yeah. I'm a fan of the work. Yeah. You see what the difference is? Like,
yeah. No, I'm not saying they're perfect. I'm not saying their bodies of work were perfect.
No, I'm saying is that I don't get attached to these actors and actresses quite in the way that most people do. Mm-hmm. I get attached to the story, to the book, to the movie, to the show. You see what I'm saying? And if it's good, I like it, great. But I never, because look, they're getting paid. They get a script, and they're getting paid to do the script, and it doesn't have nothing to do at times with who they are. They're just doing their job, making some money, right? So I don't get that huge fandom thing, okay?
No. It's fine, and that's fine.
Rockstars, same way, man. When I worked at Z-Rock, the dudes would come through the studio all the time. Ted Nugent, Alice Cooper, everybody, right?
Alice Cooper, I hear, is a nice guy, yeah.
These are all really cool people that were fun to talk to. And so Sheryl Crow sat in our studio for 2 hours once and talked with us about racing and rock and roll. She's a country music star. She talked to us about racing and rock and roll. It was awesome.
I only know her. Listen, the funny thing about Sheryl Crow and I is that the only reason I know who Sheryl Crow is because she did the Tomorrow Never Dies theme song. That's the only reason I know, because I grew up watching James Bond movies. Okay, let's not kid ourselves. Hey, what's up, Diggity, whatever that username is. I can't read that. But anyway.
I got over the huge fandom thing.
No, I get it. It's just, right? I'm not trying to make this whole show about them. I'm just saying, like, it's just disheartening. It's just disheartening, and it's devastating. But anyway, my heart goes out to all these families and friends of everyone who's passed away. And listen, their body of work is going to live on forever. You can go to the streaming services, you can go to the library, you can go to YouTube. Half the stuff is on YouTube for free anyway.
This is the part for me that sucks when a young performer passes. We're never going to see where that creativity could have gone.
It's devastating.
You understand what I'm saying? It's like she could have been a whole different person 10 years from now, maybe touring as a country star instead of being on a country show. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like there's so many things that might have happened with her that we'll never know about.
A lot of these stars' lives were tragically cut short. I think that's one of the bigger things we got. We've mentioned here in the course of the show. But yeah, I just want to come on real quick. I just want to say, RIP to all these stars. Their families, their friends. My heart goes out to them all because it's just devastating. But Outside of the fact that Monday, for those of us who work the 9 to 5 grind, sucks. We're doing, other than that, in the words of my good friend Han, we're fine. We're all fine here. No, thank you. How are you? There's so much good stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks on Anti-Quote channel. That's going to be a blast. I'm looking forward to all of it. We got interviews, watch-alongs. The whole shebang. We got so many wonderful things planned for the rest of 2026 into 2027. So, and like I said, we reached over 2,200 subscribers this past weekend. So, yay! It's great. Thank you to all of you. We appreciate all of you. You're great. You're wonderful. You're fabulous. But Pops, you want me to go over some of the things we got coming up here, or what?
Sure.
Let's dive into this here. So this Friday the 20th, we're going to be celebrating 50 years of a Western with Clint Eastwood. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of Clint Eastwood. He's kind of a big deal. The Outlaw Josie Wales we're doing a watch along for that on Friday night, 7:00 Eastern time. That's, man.
So you see, now hold up. Let's stop right there. Ryan.
Oh, great. This is how Pops gets upset because I tell him how old he is. Yeah.
No, this is what I want you to do. I want, Kevin's show usually goes for about an hour on Friday, right? As soon as Kevin's show is over, we will play Josie Wales on Pilled. And then everybody can watch it and then hang out with you and you're watching along at 7 or whatever. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, I think
y'all watch the movie and then go listen to what Ryan has to say.
I was going to say it's one thing that leads to another. Yeah. What do you call it? Crossing the streams, guys. Crossing the streams.
Yeah, that's what we do with ADHD Theater. When I first met Dustin, they just came out and reviewed 2 movies every Friday. I said, what if we played the movies during the week and then we all talk about them on Friday, right? Go.
Yeah. Right? That's right.
Yeah.
That's how we do it.
True. Right? Pretty true. One thing leads to another. It's a domino effect.
With a lot of these movies that we've watched, it's almost hard for me to force myself to sit down and watch it just on my own when it's a whole lot funner with 2 or 3 people sitting in the stream. That way we could make knick-knack comments and things like that, or
make some popcorn.
Anyway,
look, you can tell when a movie's good too, because none of us are saying shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, if you go back and look at the tape from last week when we were watching, what were we watching, Case? Hell or High Water. Hell or High Water with Chris Pine, Ben Foster, and the dude himself, Jeff Bridges. We did, for the last 10, 15, maybe even 20 minutes of that movie, we didn't really say much because we were so engrossed into what the fuck was going on. Right. So
that's what I'm saying. You can tell when the movie's good because we ain't got no snappy comments or nothing, right?
Depends on what it is. It depends on what it is. But yeah, so 50 years of Outlaw Josie Wales. We're going to drop that on Friday, 7:00 Eastern. I don't know if you want to bring up that graphic I sent you, Pops.
You know what's, hold up. I just want to say Josie Wales, 50 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was 12 or 13 when this movie came out.
God.
And me and my buddy Ernie Baxter, Ernie Jacobs.
Yeah.
Went and saw it at the theater. We were huge Clint fans. Yeah, we were huge fans of the spaghetti western, all the Clint Eastwood stuff, right?
Yeah,
so
no name. Yeah.
Yeah, we were there at the theater when this dude broke, man. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
wild.
I'll try to figure out a way we can watch that this week before your show.
That sounds like a wonderful idea, and I'm behind that 1,000%. Which isn't even a number, but I don't care. It's not a percentage anyway. But yeah, no. So we got that on Friday night, 7:00, and then Saturday we got a big one. I mean, my gosh, this has been in the making for almost a year. And Dina Martin, if you don't know that name, she's an actress who was in big hit films such as Dazed and Confused as Siobhan, one of the lead female's friends there. She was also Christy the Witch. Yeah, there she is. So that's Dina Martin's headshot when she was making when she was on set making Dazed and Confused. All right, so she was Siobhan, in case anyone was wondering. And then she was also in a hit film known as Swingers, which just turned 30 this year with Vince Vaughn, John Favreau. She plays the waitress known as Christy, where Vince Vaughn pulls her to the side, Pops, and says, "I want you to remember this face here. Okay, this is the guy behind the guy behind the guy." Okay, and then she just walks her. It's absolutely. I mean, she has more lines than that. I'm just saying, but. That scene alone is just funny as shit. But anyway,
and that's the guy I'm trying to be. The guy
behind the guy. That's right. This is I want you to remember this face here. So anyway, she's going to be on with us Saturday afternoon, 12:00 Eastern time, 12 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to ask her questions about Dazed and Confused. Ask her questions about the movie Swingers with Vince Vaughn, John Favreau. It is. You're right, Raul. It is better with a lot of people.
Yes.
It is better watching movies with friends. It really is, especially depending on what movie and genre it is. But yeah, no. So Dina Martin's going to be on this week, and then also this week, that same night, Pops, that same night on the 21st, we're going to have. Well, no, this is actually September, but
okay.
I was going to say the Eric P. Bishop one was the other one I was referring to. I think it's there. It's a flyer. It's not really. I think you did.
Oh, yep, there is a third one there. Okay,
yeah, you missed it. Well, it's there. Eric P. Bishop's going to be joining us on Saturday night, 7:00 Eastern time. He's an indie writer, best-selling indie writer, I would say. And if you're a fan of stuff that's kind of in the vein of 24 meets NCIS, meets The Unit, meets Taken, that kind of jazz, yeah, this is the guy. It's not the guy behind the guy, but it is the guy. Eric P. Bishop's going to be joining us. If you're a fan of stuff that involves 24, The Unit, NCIS, Taken, the Body Man series is his main series. He does write a spinoff series called The Omega Group, but the latest book in the Body Man series called Downfall drops this week. It's going to be available in ebook, paperback, and hardcover on our friends on the Zon. If you're a fan of Amazon.com, #, not a sponsor. So he's going to be on with us this Saturday. What am I thinking? Is it 21st? I can't keep track of dates anymore. But anyway, 17, 18, yeah, 22nd. What am I thinking? Good God. I'm terrible at dates. But yeah, this Saturday, the 22nd, Dina Martin's going to be on with us at noon, and then Eric P. Bishop joins us at night at 7:00 Eastern time. Hello, 7 p.m. There you go, Pops. I'm getting my dates right. That next one you brought up, yeah, Eric P. Bishop, that's it. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. See, I can't remember my own dates. And then if you're a fan of Peanuts and you remember watching Snoopy and Charlie Brown and Linus and Schroeder, and this one right here, Patricia Patz was the voiceover of Peppermint Patty in the late 70s and early 80s for some of the specials that aired during that time. And she's going to be joining us on Saturday, September the 12th, more specifically, Pop, Saturday, September the 12th at 12 p.m. Eastern time. And I met her at a convention, and I did my elevator pitch for the show, and she immediately said yes.
Did you say, hi, Chuck?
No, well, no. No, because she's not Chuck. I wouldn't be referring to her as Chuck.
But she always calls him.
She did. She said that. Yes, that's one of her quotable lines. Yes, that's 100% right, Ghost Pepper. But no, I did not drop that line on her. I just walked up to her and said, "Hello, Patricia. How are you?"
Hiya, Chuck.
Hiya, Chuck. Well, she may or may not have said that during our conversation. But anyway, she was great. If you ever get a chance to see her at a show, please go and visit her table. She's got so many wonderful things available to purchase. She's got keychains. She's got Funko Pops, baseballs that she signed as Peppermint Patty, and like did a doodle of Peppermint Patty on the baseball, Pops on the baseball. So yeah, because Peppermint Patty as a character is a tomboy, likes to play a lot of sports. She's holding the football as we see in this photo. So I'm very excited to have a chat with Patricia Patz. She is a wonderful soul. And if you ever get a chance to see her at a show, a convention, mind you, please go up to her and say hi, because she would love to meet all the fans, and she loves just talking to people. She's very, what is called Pop, sociable, right? She's very social. So that is something we admire in our guests.
Patty was cool.
She was. She absolutely was. So yeah, that's something we admire in our guests, right? Is being social. So,
she was the sports girl in the Peanuts, right?
Yeah, and she was always the one who would like take
sports girl. She was the one always putting stuff down because his team sucked, except for the funny looking shortstop.
That's a good point. Yeah, and just to give everyone an idea, she was in the specials Bon Voyage, Charlie Brown, and Never Come Back. She was also in the one called She's a Good Skate, Charlie Brown. She was in that one. If you remember that one, She's a Good Skate. Yeah, so be with us. Join us. I think you're going to have a lot of fun. They're all live, so if anyone has any questions for any of our guests, drop them like a ta in the comments, because we love hearing from you. And that's just a little tip of the iceberg of what we got in store for the remainder of what is known as 2026. And I'm excited for all of it. The beauty of doing these shows, Pops, as we all know, is getting to meet new people every week, hear about their stories, hear what they're passionate about, why they're so passionate about what it is that they are, and, promote their upcoming projects or promote their current ones. I mean, Lord knows, there's a Kickstarter every 2.5 seconds. So, if someone's doing a Kickstarter, we always promote that. I do want to bring up Freewheeling Fridays for a moment, if I could. Is that cool?
Yes, you may.
Am I allowed to do that? Okay, so Freewheeling Friday is going to drop this week. We're going to have a new episode, and Bobby Nash, my good friend Bobby Nash, is going to be joining us once again, because Bobby Nash had such a good time a couple weeks ago, or a month ago now, Pops. He thought, you know what, let's do it again. I was like, yeah, sure, let's bring you on. I don't have a problem with that. You always have a new book coming out every 2.5 minutes. So why the heck not? You know, I mean, what's the expression? Bobby, you're so prolific. You know, you just publish a new book every minute. So indie writer from the great state of Georgia, Bobby Nash is going to be joining us. And yes, Bobby Nash will be a guest at this year's Dragon Con, in case anyone's going to be at Dragon Con this year, which is one of the biggest shows, if not conventions, in the entire world, isn't it? I mean, it's one of the biggest ones I've heard. So yeah, join us Friday night, 11 o'clock Eastern time. It's going to be 11 p.m. So for those of you on the East Coast, it's very, very late. But if you live in the past, which half the people in this network do anyway, Mountain Time, Central Time, what's the other one? Pacific Standard Time. You're all living in the past, okay? You're all living in the past. It's not even your bedtime yet. For me,
the sad part, Ryan, the sad part is I still work in the Eastern Time Zone and I live in the Mountain Time Zone.
Okay, I don't know how that works with your body clock, but you know
I will explain it real quick. All the shows are in the Eastern Time Zone, right? Like your Freewheeling Friday at 11 p.m. Eastern is 9 p.m. Eastern for me.
For you.
Or it's 9 p.m. for me in Mountain Time, right? Okay, so a lot of times now where I used to be up pretty late, sometimes 3 in the morning by the time Jerome show gets over, right?
Oh yeah, Jerome.
Okay,
yeah.
Sometimes I was up till like 3 in the morning, right? Well, now that show only goes till 1 in the morning, and all them 9 o'clock shows that used to go to 11 are now 7 o'clock shows that only go to 9. So I find myself twiddling my thumbs after you people all go to sleep.
Oh God.
You see what I'm saying? So now I'm playing like more stuff over on Pilled late at night because I'm still up and everybody else is gone. You know, so I've collected a whole new audience over on Pilled, the late night crowd over there.
That's great.
We've been having a blast. We've been watching all kinds of different stuff, man. It's been fun.
It's been fun.
The other night I watched both of the spin-off animated Witcher movies, Sirens of the Deep and Nightmare of the Wolf.
I think I heard
Watched
about
them
that.
both back to back. Good stuff. Watch Zombieland and Double Tap back to back. Good stuff, right?
I remember seeing that in the theater.
Dude, great. I mean, just great stuff that's fun that people want to tune in and hang out with us in the middle of the night. It's fun, yeah.
At 3 in the morning? Okay.
Dude, it's been crazy. Yeah.
Again, half the people in this country live in the past, whereas those of us on the Eastern Coast, we live in the future. But anyway, no, that's great. But I just want to let everybody know that Freewheeling Friday is going to drop this week. And can I make the announcement about that, Pops? Is that okay or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I mean, that was the whole point of the ending quote, because
it's called
one
segue.
one fixes the other for a little while, right? We're good.
Pretty much, yeah. So just to give everyone a heads up, I know this is going to shock the only 1.5 people who watch Freewheeling Fridays, but this Friday, okay, this Friday, 21st, August 21st, 2026, will mark the final episode hosted by this guy. I am stepping away from Freewheeling Fridays. The rumors are true, so you can believe the tabloids for once in your life, guys. I am going to step away from Freewheeling Fridays. I'm going to let someone else take the reins of it. I think it's time to pass the torch on to somebody because I want to take this opportunity to focus a little bit more time on my reading, a little bit more time on my writing. You know, I'm still a brand new writer to the scene. I want to hone my craft. I want to write as much as I can. If I got ideas, I want to be able to have some time to sit down and put them down on paper. If I just want to chill with my friends for a little bit on the movie watch-alongs we do on Friday nights and then just immediately go to sleep afterwards instead of being up for an extra 2 to 3 hours doing Freewheeling Fridays and go until 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning when I'm dead and buried. I can do that now. I can go to bed super early on Fridays. This is great. I know. No one goes to bed early on Fridays because it's Friday night. It's happy hour. We all want to party and get drunk, get plastered. But have a good time doing it. But I'm going to step away because, like I said, I want to focus on my reading, my writing. I got 200 books on my TBR. I got so many ideas that I want to sit down and just put down on paper, whether it's freehand, whether it's typing them up on my computer, and just going to town with it and just having fun with it and just relaxing a little bit more, taking some of the stuff off my plate. Because for those of you if you've been in this space for a while, if you're involved in the podcasting space, it is not always an easy thing to do. If you do so many shows a week, if you do 1 show a week, if you do 2, 3, 4, whatever, after a while, it could take a toll on your body. And I also think it could take a toll on you mentally. So this is.
Are you saying I'm mental?
Yeah. No. My name is Wayne Campbell. I'm not mental or anything. No, I go back to Wayne's World, so that's why I heard the word. But the first time I heard the word mental was in Wayne's World 2, I think. I don't know. I was only a kid at this point, okay, guys? So don't come at me in the comments. But Yeah, no, Freewheeling Friday, let me be perfectly honest. Freewheeling Fridays has been fun because I've gotten a chance to meet some great people who were introduced to me through the Madness Entertainment Group. Thank you to Pops, Lori, Kevin Davis, all the people who work behind the scenes and do their own shows to introduce me to some of these people who have been guests on that show.
Yes.
Are more phenomenal people, and I'm always going to be thankful for each and every single one of you who have connected me with them or have pointed me in their direction or I've had them on the show. They've all been great. I mean, what was it? Oh God, why am I blanking? But why am I blanking? Good God, the guy who was just on, the guy who was on 2 weeks ago. God,
No. Go back farther. Margine.
Who we? Oh,
Margine Holden. Come on.
Sorry. I'm like, what the? Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. No. That was Margine, aka Lady Shiva. Yes. So that was a great time. That was fantastic. I mean, my God, the fact that we got to meet a member of the Mortal Kombat cast is just brilliant. So that was flawless victory. So yeah. No. I know this is going to shock that there's 1.5 people who watch my show. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm stepping away. This is my retirement tour from Freewheeling Fridays. But fear not, because even though I may be stepping away from Freewheeling Fridays, I'm still going to be around. Even in the words of our good friend Superman, I'm always around. So
and this was the whole thing. This is when Ryan said this, I was like, no, this is cool, man. I get it, because you're trying to do your thing with your writing and you need time. Okay, I get it. You do a lot. Okay,
it's a lot.
Also, at the same time, I was like, but I don't want to lose Ryan. But I don't want to lose Ryan as a member of the network. Hey, man, why don't you send me copies of your quote? And we will play them in that spot for now while I'm figuring out what will happen with Freewheeling Fridays going forward. But at least I have something for the time slot. And I appreciate that you're still going to be around and still going to be part of the network. And we get to see the other side of what you do, as opposed to the Freewheeling Fridays, right? We get to see your actual quote show, which is fun. It's always on at a time when I'm working. I never get to watch it.
It's always on at a time.
You complain about the same thing with me. You guys are always doing stuff when I can't watch it. Well, same with your show. It's on at the same time as Barkwire. I can't watch it.
It's another thing you got going on as Barkwire. So, yeah. But no, I'll reruns of Anti-Quote are going to be airing on pill.net. That's going to be a lot of fun. That'll get us a new audience. It'll be a blast. We'll probably add it to our network on Roku. So,
that's the whole thing. Once it's played on the network, then it automatically goes to Roku.
Oh, it does. Okay. See, it's an automatic thing. So it's even better. So I will be around, and Dustin and I are going to continue to do Talent Crew because, that's always fun, because talking about, like I said, like Superman says, I'm always around. Well, Superman's my number one favorite character of all time, so why not talk about that with Smallville? So, Dustin, I know we didn't do Talent Crew this week, but 2 weeks time, I'm going to be up for the next one. So get in touch with me, brother. We're going to do this. We're going to have fun with it. We're going to rock it.
To segue on that, we got also Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that we play regularly on Pilled.
Okay, I've noticed your thumbnails for that. Yeah.
We are in season 2 on that.
Already.
And Nem and I are talking about playing Lanterns.
Ooh, dude, that show looks good. Especially when you got my boy Kyle Chandler, Coach Taylor from Friday Night Lights, playing Al Jordan. A grizzled Al Jordan.
I want to keep going with those kind of things, because you kind of started it with Smallville.
Thank you.
Okay, like for us doing an actual series and running through it, you and Dustin started that with us, and we have found that there's some old shows that were really good that we want to revisit. Okay, so Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but then now they come out with something new, and we get to be out at the forefront of showing it on Build.
Lanterns. And Lanterns looks good. It's gotten a positive response from what I've been told. So, and I like Kyle Chandler. I'm a big fan of Kyle Chandler. So
I have seen reviews both ways, to both extremes, and that's the way everything is, isn't it? Nobody can just
please everybody.
Yeah, nobody could just go, it was pretty good. It had some things I didn't like, but
there's always got to be some dingers on the webs, There's always got to be some naysayers.
It's always what I hate about it. It's never what I like about it. Have you noticed it?
Man. Yeah, but it's Kyle Chandler. How can you go wrong with Kyle Chandler? He's a great actor. So But Lantern sounds like fun. That'd be something. I'd be potentially if my schedule open, I'd be up for that.
That's something them and I are talking about doing here real soon.
I like Lantern.
I guess the first one just aired, right?
It did,
so we're going to get it out there,
and
then we'll probably be coming out right with them as they come out. So just having fun on Pilled, where everybody should be watching the show. I'm just saying.
maybe we should do maybe I wouldn't say a binge-a-thon, but maybe 1 or 2 episodes a week. Have you ever seen 24 with Kiefer Sutherland?
Yes. Loved the first season. After that.
You didn't like any of them after that, really?
It was the same thing after that.
Well, to a certain extent, yeah, but
the concept was great. I loved the first one, but after that, it was like you could see what was coming. The concept was the same.
The formula, yeah. I don't know. I'm in the middle of rewatching season 4, and that's been kind of fun. I do like Kiefer, and I did like the first one for sure. You know what? I've only seen one episode of this, and I'd like to revisit it. I've only seen one episode of Magnum PI, the original. I'm talking about Tom Selleck.
Yeah, I saw a few. It was, I guess he is all right.
No dice. Okay.
I want to go back and watch MacGyver. The old MacGyver
I grew up watching reruns of MacGyver. I wouldn't mind going back to rewatching that. MacGyver. Dean Anderson was cool. So, I don't know. Maybe we should do an 80s themed binge-a-thon or something. I don't know.
18. Yeah. Come on. Do it, Ryan.
No, I did watch reruns of that as a kid. Yep. Mm-hmm. I love it when a plan comes together. Yep.
The original Battlestar Galactica.
I've never seen that.
Oh,
wow. There we go. I would love to see it because the fact that Noah Hathaway is in it, who eventually went on to play a Trey with Never Ending Story, is on that show. And there's some other big known actors too. Don't get me wrong. Richard Hatch. Is that it?
Wasn't Richard Hatch in both?
I think he may have been. I don't remember.
Didn't he show up in the second one as well?
Maybe, but I can't confirm or deny. But watching the original Battlestar Galactica sounds like fun because I've seen promos for it, like little clips, little bits and pieces here and there. It looks cool, even though it was made in a different time and a different generation than mine. It's still, the Incredible Hulk with Bill Bixby still holds up. So, I can watch the Incredible Hulk. If we're gonna watch Battlestar Galactica, let's go crazy. Let's do it.
Yeah, there's somebody already watching that over there, though.
What, the Incredible Hulk?
We can already watch that.
Well, I'm just saying.
I'm looking at these old things. I don't want to do something somebody else is already doing.
But I wasn't trying
to want to do. I still love the concept of playing through some of these old. Shows.
There's so many. I've never seen Airwolf.
Oh, that wasn't bad.
I never saw Airwolf. I never saw
it. Jansen, what was that guy's name? Michael.
Michael Jansen or Michael?
I think it was Michael Jansen, wasn't it?
One of them.
Something like that. I don't know.
I will say I didn't see the show until a couple years ago, but I actually really like Knight Rider.
See, I wasn't a fan.
How could
I love Knight Rider.
Dude, Knight Rider is freaking awesome. I think it's cool. I think it's a great show.
Okay, well, you guys can do that one.
Pops is like, F all of you. I got better things to watch.
I can hear the stinking the intro song.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many shows. There's so many different universes we could travel to with the TV stuff. There's just so many. There's so many. There's stuff from the 70s, the 80s, and there's so here's another one for you. I've never seen the original Bionic Woman or the $6 Million Man.
Okay, the Bionic Woman is definitely a good watch.
Before my time, too.
I've never seen it.
I've never seen it.
What's her name? Lindsay Wagner. That's it. Lindsay Wagner. I've never seen it.
That's a good watch.
She looks very pretty in that show. What's another? I'm trying to think of another good one that was. I've heard Bionic Woman was good. I never saw. There's so many. There's just so many.
Well, you had Space 1999. You had a whole bunch of like mid shows. You look back at them now, they're like they were mids, right? But then you think about it, man. Star Wars, the movie, was the first time that we saw something that looked like that could be real. Okay, Star Trek, it was just a ship in orbit, no big deal. The phasers look lame.
I like TNG. I like Picard, but
Well, no, I'm saying that the effects.
Star Wars is what
Star Wars is what made sci-fi top notch.
100%. 100%.
And then everybody on the TV shows was trying to catch up to.
Yeah, they copied it.
yeah, some kind of a decent
James
thing,
Bond did
right?
the same thing with Moonraker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But everybody else, like the TV shows like Battlestar Galactica in that same era were so far below what George Lucas just opened our eyes, opened our minds to what movies could be. And my God, space movies after that were totally different. Okay,
does that mean you want to
shows and space movies? They were different after that.
Does that mean you want to watch Star Wars on pill.net?
I haven't, but other people have played stuff, other people have.
I was just saying, if you want to go back to the galaxy far, far away that made you smile as a kid, I'm willing to sit down and watch Star Wars again.
Well, I mean,
I love it.
I think it'd be a hit.
I think I would never say on the Madness Network. I think the Madness people would want to see that.
I wouldn't say no to that. It would all it as always. It's about timing.
It's about the timing. It's about the schedule.
And the problem with those movies, those movies are they're kind of extra long, aren't they?
No,
2.5 hours.
No, only two. Only 2 hours. 2 hours and a little bit of change. A little bit of change.
So you have to commit
2:05, 2:10, and then Return of the Jedi was 2:15.
But how? In which order would you play them, though, Pop? Which order?
You got to play them in the right order.
Play them in the right order. There's only one right order, Pops, isn't there?
Yeah, there's only one right order.
What was the right order again?
4, 5, and 6, the only ones that matter.
That's right. I mean, there was some stuff I like outside of the originals, but I understand your passion for the originals. I mean, everybody does. I love the originals. I'm always going to love the originals. So, yeah, we can watch 4, 5, and 6.
I like a Jar Jar.
That's what we were turned on to first, was the original. So,
there are certain things I like about Phantom Menace, but not the whole movie. I'm sorry, not the whole movie. But yeah, Pops, if you want to watch 4, 5, and 6, let's do it, man. Let's go crazy. Let's go ape shit. Let's go back to the galaxy far, far away that made it famous.
We could do that.
I'm up for it, man. It's the trilogy of all trilogies. I mean, it's the one that set the tone. It's the one that set the precedent.
Yeah, it's definitely what changed sci-fi on screen.
I mean,
definitely did. I mean, look at what came after that. Aliens and all the different movies that came after. Even that Buckaroo Banzai.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was that. But yeah, no, those movies are timeless. Honestly, the originals, to me, and this is the thing. I actually got a text message about this the other day. I'll share this with you. My brother, I have 2 older brothers, right? So my middle brother texts me and he says, "Do you have any idea how excited I am that me, you, and Greg are going to be sitting in the theater next year watching Star Wars on the big screen as a family? Do you have any idea how excited I am for that?" And I said, you know what? When you think about it that way, it is very special. It's going to be a sight to see, because when we were kids, when the originals were re-released as special editions at that point in 97, my parents took all of us to see those movies. And that was, for me, that was my experience seeing them for the first time on the big screen. I mean, I watched them on VHS before that, obviously. But my dad came home one day and he says, "You better get home quick, Ryan." I said, "Why, Dad?" And then he says the line wrong, like a lot of fathers do. And he says, "Luke, I am your father." And I'm like, holy crap, we're going to see Star Wars. So I hightail it from my friend's house, because we were at the end of the cul-de-sac we were living in, Pops. I haul ass up to the front of the line, get in my parents' soccer mom van. We drive down to the Senator Theater in Baltimore, Maryland, one of the most historic movie houses in history. And we walk in with this crowd full of people, and we're sitting, and we are just in awe of watching all 3 of these babies. Now, granted, we didn't watch them all on the same night, because that would have been way past my bedtime. But we watched them. We watched Star Wars first, and then the next week we went back and saw Empire. The week after, or a month later, whatever it was, we went back and saw Return of the Jedi. And every time we went, we were grinning from ear to proverbial ear. My brothers were so overjoyed, and my brothers looked at me and said, and they were like, I'm so happy I get to experience this again with my little brother. And I'm like, you know what? That's awesome. That's freaking awesome. So yeah, we're going to see it next year. When they re-release Star Wars in theaters next year for its 50th anniversary, Pops, we're going to be there. We're going to be there front row center.
That's awesome. Now, for us, it was like, okay, like I said, Star Wars was mind-blowing for us as a teenager, as 100%. A 13-year-old or whatever, 12-year-old when that came out. Mm-hmm. That was mind-blowing to us, because we hadn't seen anything remotely close to that since it began.
Right.
And now I also look at, like you just said, grinning ear to ear. Okay, there's only one movie that has ever
got me
like that. Mm-hmm. Okay, when I went to Lord of the Rings, to see Lord of the Rings, the first
Oh.
movie, Fellowship of the Ring,
Fellowship
the
of the
first
Ring,
time.
yeah,
And I
2001.
was with a lady named Lisa,
Mhm.
and she spent the first 15 minutes of that movie watching my face. And this is what she told me afterwards. She
Are
goes,
you serious?
your face was just a glow. Right in the beginning, when Gandalf's rolling into Hobbiton on the rickety little cart, if
Yeah.
that wasn't exactly what you imagined when you read the book, if that scene was not perfectly aligned with what you imagined when you read the book, you didn't read the book. Okay, because it was perfect.
It
Okay, I'm
was.
not saying all three movies were perfect, but that opening scene was enough to grab you and have you locked into that seat for the whole movie.
I mean, what was it? Kate Blanchett, if I remember correctly, doing the prologue with how the rings came to be and how everything was created, how Middle Earth went to war with Sauron at that time. Wild shit. Wild shit. I'd never seen anything, in my opinion, I'd never seen anything like that, ever. And the fact that Kate Blanchett does the narration and then it goes right into the Shire and you see, what is it, Frodo reading the book. You hear the nice little happy-go-lucky music in the background. And then Gandalf pulls up, like you said in the cart, a wizard is never late. Frodo Baggins. No, it's early.
Yes,
He arrives
yes, it was
when
so
he means
perfect. And it was like Bilbo's birthday and everything, man. That whole opening
great.
segment, it grabbed you. If
In
you
the Shire,
read the
yeah.
books, if you read the books, you were down. You knew what was going on. You were in the story from the get. If you had never read the books, it grabbed you. It had you locked in the chair. It was crazy. It was that good.
Can I ask a follow-up question to that, though?
Sure.
When it comes to Lord of the Rings, the first one, Fellowship of the Ring, right? Now, I take it you've seen both when you went to the theaters, the theatrical cuts, and then later on when they released the extended cuts. Have you seen them? Okay. So at the end of the year, I think it is, or no, I take it back. Next month, or no, October, I'm sorry. October, the first weekend of October. I think it's October 4th. Sunday, October the 4th, if I'm remembering that correctly. My friend Case and I are going to be doing a live watch along of the extended cut of Fellowship of the Ring for its 25th anniversary.
Cool.
And that is going to be a blast. But my question to you is, on the Madness, on pill.net, are you guys going to do a watch along of Fellowship of the Ring?
Let's get Star Wars out the way.
Yeah, sure.
Now, those movies are 2 and 3 hours long.
Dude,
Yeah.
No.
Those
The extended cuts of Lord of the
movies.
Rings are like 4 hours.
Right.
I'm dead
So
serious.
that's what I'm saying.
If Pops is going to go the extra mile and watch the extended cuts on pill.net, you're going to have to sit there for a good 4 hours, Pops.
Yeah,
Why
we
not?
can do it.
We can
Pops,
play
are
an
you gonna do
intermission.
finding a
that? Are you gonna
4-hour
watch the
slot?
extended cuts, though? Are you going to do it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
If we do it,
going to do it, then all
If we
right.
do it, we're going all out, man.
We do
We don't half-ass
We're going to do
nothing.
it. Yeah, in the words of Palpatine, we're going to do it.
That's the whole point, Ryan.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
Does that mean I can come to this party? Can I come to the party too?
There is a place we can go do it. That's what
That's
makes
beautiful.
it fun.
I guess you may or may not see Ryan on the pill.net watching Fellowship of the Ring.
You'll get the invite.
Let's
it.
go. Let's go.
You
I mean,
get the invite for all of those.
Can I be honest with you? Fellowship of the Ring is my favorite of the trilogy. It is.
It kind of is mine too.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite one. Everyone says Return of the King is so good. I'm like, well, Return of the King has like 30,000 endings. So
And Return of the King, you already know that's supposed to be the ending, the big win, the Helm's Deep, dude.
well,
Helm's Deep is
and
the coolest.
well, Helm's Deep is good, and then Aragorn turns to the camera and says, "Do you remember when Aragorn turns to the camera and says, Frodo?" And just charges into it. I mean, I don't know, man. There's some good scenes in those movies. There's no doubt about it. But the scene that always gets me is the scene on the bridge between Arwen and Aragorn when Arwen gives him her immortality necklace. Do you remember that scene, Pops? You know what I'm talking about? Fellowship of the Ring?
Yeah.
I'm like, holy crap. Like, Liv Tyler, I mean, she still looks beautiful to this day, but like at that point, she was like prime Liv Tyler. And by the way, I told her this much. I said to her, because I met her at a convention earlier this year.
Cash unless you go there.
Was it earlier this year?
Or Cole's credit. Right.
Exactly. So, what's Cole's credit? What's going on? I'm so confused.
He might be talking
Bills.
grandma.
Sorry, paying bills, guys. What I was saying was, my friend and I went to a convention where someone named Liv Tyler was tabling there, and he wanted his Arwen poster signed. My friend Jeff was with me, So Jeff wants to get his poster signed. We go up there, she signed the poster, and I looked at Liv Tyler in the eye and I said, "You know what, Liv? I gotta be honest with you. Great as Arwen in Lord of the Rings, no doubt, but I really liked you as Betty Ross in the MCU with the Incredible Hulk and Ed Norton, because I feel like that film is to me a bit underrated." And she said, and she looked at me in the eye and she says, "Oh, thank you. No one really mentions that film to me." I'm like, "Well, Liv, I'm mentioning it to you now because it's underrated and it's awesome." So she appreciated that. She loved it. It was great, and I got a chance to interact with Liv Tyler. So that's something you can mark off one's bucket list, isn't that right? So that happened. Yes, it's true. I'm not making this up. It did happen, folks. I know you may be laughing at me in the chat, but I'm telling you, it's the truth. Just saying. Anyway, here I am now talking to myself. That's
No,
chaos.
we hear you, bro.
Oh, you hear me? Okay.
We're just trying to get a word in edgewise. That's all.
No, it's fine. Sorry. I know
Sneak one
Pops
in there every now and then.
Well, I know Pops and I can be a bit of a chatterbox. I'm sorry, but yeah.
So
awesome.
tell us about your book, man. What did you write the book, right?
Well, I'm not writing a book, but I am trying to piece together.
Book.
Not at the moment, but I'm hoping to piece together an anthology of short stories here pretty soon.
Well, that's similar to a book, right? I mean,
yeah. I mean, it's the first step in getting to a book, yeah, because everyone has to start small and work their way to the top of the ladder.
So how long's each a short story? Like in theory?
Yes. They're going to be between 1,000 and 5,000 words apiece. Maybe 6.
That's not bad.
Maybe 6. Yeah,
okay.
6,000.
So they is your focus more like separate stories, or
Yes.
is it a bunch of different stories that kind of conglomerate at the end? What is just standalone stories?
Yeah, they're all, for me right now, they're all going to be standalone stories. Nothing's going to be like interconnected to the other stories, so you don't have to I have to read the other 3 to catch up to what's going on in this one.
Okay, cool.
Everything I want to write right now, in the beginning stages of my writing, ventures, if you will, is going to be meant to be a short story, but they're also going to be 3-act structure, beginning, a middle, and an end. There's no interconnectivity. I may end some stuff on a cliffhanger just to make the reader more excitable to see if they want to read more featuring this character or characters.
Is it different characters in each story, or is it like the same characters with just a different, like something's going on different today or something?
Will somebody pick up that phone on line 3 for me, please? Thank you. I'm sorry. I heard the phone ringing in the background, Ghost Pepper. I'm sorry.
I heard.
I hear things in these earbuds. It's what happens sometimes when I'm wearing my headphones. What was the $2,000 credit? Oh yeah. So they're going to be different stories with different characters, and they're also going to be written. They're going to be written within different genres. So, for example, I have one that is a treasure hunter type story, where a reporter and a college dropout team up to find this treasure that is being hunted by a group of mercenaries in Egypt. So that's fascinating. So that's one of them.
Cool.
Sounds really I gotta finish a few things on that one before I 100% get to eventually publishing it. But these are all whips. These are all works in progress. So nothing's been really. Some of these are finished, but some of these need to go back and go through the editing phases and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But another story I have is about a young high school student who is struggling to ask the girl of his dreams out to go to the prom in high school, and he's walking home one night and he sees this shooting thing, this bright light shooting star in the sky. Well, he thinks it's a shooting star in the sky. And it actually lands like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of yards away. It lands in the woods, which is like a few neighborhoods down from where he lives. And he finds out that it's a sword. But when he touches the sword, it speaks to him, like it speaks through his thoughts.
Oh, man.
It's communicating with him telepathically.
Yeah.
And he has to be the guardian of this sword. But the boy
sort of pathically.
And it's new words, guys. New words. Copyright that for Ghost Pepper.
Yes.
Because I didn't come up with it. He did, not me.
Put it in a short story.
He's going to make a sticker. He's going to make a sticker now.
I personally don't know how to make stickers, but I know someone who I know people in the Madness family who do.
You know how to make a GIF?
Do I know how to make a GIF? Yes.
A simple GIF where you know how to make stickers.
Okay,
you make
pretty much the same thing.
Well, if that's the case, I can just go online and make it myself.
Correct.
Yeah, do it for free. But so that's another story, and that's a bit of a coming of age meets what do you call it? Meets I wouldn't say sword and sorcery necessarily, because that's a bit of a different genre. But it's, how do I put this? It's coming of age meets sci-fi, I guess, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'll go with
how many short
with that one.
stories are you hoping to get out of the full collection?
Yes. So my goal is to have I would say between 5 and 6 short stories in one anthology of short stories. So 5 and
Okay.
6 stories put into one anthology. I'm hoping to
Okay.
aim for 5, if not 6, because if I have 5, that means the person who's reading it can read, one for each day of the week, minus the weekends.
Right. You got to have a 7.
Well, you got,
Yeah.
Well, if you have 6, you got to make it 7 up. Did anyone ever play that game in gym class, 7 Up, or in school? I remember playing 7 Up as a kid, but anyway,
You want me to tell you a game we used to play in school?
Wasn't it called Four Corners?
It was like baseball, but we took the tin foil that come on the hot dogs and stuff. Everybody's little tin foil. We made a ball
Really?
out of the tin foil, and we'd slap it with our hand, right?
Ooh.
So somebody would pitch it, and you whack it with your hand, and you run the bases. But the bases was like somebody's shoe in the corner of the dugout, and a glove.
So you had to improvise at that point.
We called cut ball. We called it cut ball because you could also.
I was going to say this is like an inverted version of pickleball.
You could peg them and get them out, but if you got whacked with a damn ball of tinfoil, it would tie that ass up. So
I was going to say some of the words you're uttering to our worldwide television audience out there can take that a couple of different ways. But aside from that, which is great that you played that sport as a youngin'. 5. I would say 5 is a good number right now. 5 short stories in an anthology. That's what I'm hoping to do. So we shall see how it goes. Like I said, I got to finish writing some of the other ones and then do the editing phases of all of them and get feedback from my friends out there in the writer spaces that I'm in on Discord servers, because I'm in 2 of them. Actually, no, I'm in 3 of them, actually. Well, one of them I had to step away from because it was getting a little bit too cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But 2 of them I know for a fact I can go to and be like, hey, this is what I have. I want to hear your 2 cents. So
what do you think you'll have any art with it at all? Any like each story maybe has one picture that kind of describes the story, or every page has a picture, no pictures? What do you think?
I would like to have at least one picture for each story that conveys, maybe what the character may or may not look like, or maybe an action sequence that's taking place within the context of the story.
Right.
It really depends on who I get to be my cover artist and if that cover artist is willing to make me some character art.
Right. You plan on doing that though? You're gonna have like a cover of some sort, like not just some words on a page, right? It's gonna be like a cover art type thing, or what do you think?
Yeah. I do want to have a cover artist put together a cover for my anthology once I get all the stories. Once I get all the stories, put together and edited and ready to go, and I'm ready to put them in an anthology. And then once I'm ready to put them in the anthology officially, then I'm going to go and get a cover artist and say, hey, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm willing to do, willing to pitch in, because I know cover artists, you got to pay them, and I get that. But there's only so much money to go around, and I'm not the richest man on the planet by any stretch.
Gotcha,
so I gotta stick. You know what they say, right? Stick within your means. Stick within your means. So
put something out there that's reasonable, and see who bites. And we all know a bunch of people in this space, right? And I know a bunch of people in the writers' spaces that I'm in that I can go to and say, hey, I know you're a cover artist. What are your rates? What are you looking at? And hey, that's a cool thing about the madness too, because a lot of people out there, man, if they like your stuff, they'll probably just do you a free deal, just for the challenge of it. These people are great artists, man. I've seen some people on this channel here, that do art within a couple minutes. They'll have some badass shit already in 5 minutes. They do 3 or 4 of them a stream. I mean, you look at people like Les Gardner. Within 5 minutes, he's already got something awesome, and he started with nothing. It's fantastic. Point. You look at Addie from the chick that draws. I mean, she's a whiz at it, man. She's just boom picture. You know what I'm saying, with color and the whole 9. So I don't know, man. Worth a shot.
Maybe we can get Lupon's art on that one. She's a sweetheart.
You got Raul and T in the chat. I didn't invite him.
Does Raul do that stuff?
Yeah, man, that Joker is a fantastic artist.
so I guess I should get in touch with Raul.
Yeah.
Raul, you out there? Hit me up. See what you can do. So we'll see how it goes, man. Like I said, everything is a work in progress. It's early. It's in the beginning phases right now. But you know what? Once I get the scheduled and time narrowed down and all that stuff, and like I said, I'm in the middle of reading Eric P. Bishop's book right now, because he's going to be on my show this week, and I want to familiarize myself with him as a writer. Which by the way, that has been so much fun. diving back into my TBR because I've
Say
had
his name again. What's his name again? One more time.
well, his full name is Eric P. Bishop,
Eric
which is the
P.
graphic
Bishop.
that we
Okay.
brought up earlier on set. He wrote the Body Man series, and the Body Man series, to give everyone an idea, the Body Man series is about the body man who protects the office of the president of the United States. Now, he's not a Secret Service agent, mind you, he's not, but he protects the office of the president.
Gotcha.
And in the first book, this isn't a spoiler because it's written on the back of the what do you call it, the back cover, Ghost Pepper. You can find this. It's on social media. The body man is mysteriously kidnapped in the very first book, and it's up to two young, one grizzled FBI agent and his, new agent on the block, newest agent to the scene, to find out what happened to the body man and bring him back to DC, to Washington DC, because apparently he's been kidnapped and they're not really sure where he is. They've tracked his car, they've looked at his apartment, they've looked at his belongings to find out if there's any clues.
Oh gosh, I bet the office is just in shambles.
I mean, probably, but I am 20. How many chapters am I in right now? 26 chapters into this book. 26 chapters, and let me tell you, this book moves very, very good, very fast. Every chapter in this book, the first book anyway, because I can't speak to the other ones yet, are between 3 and 4 pages a chapter, Ghost Pepper. 3 and 4 pages a chapter.
Yeah.
So it makes you want to keep turning that page to see what's going to happen next.
Yeah, all the good books do, don't they?
That's what I'm saying.
Can't
And
put
this
the
is what
sucker down.
And listen, this is nothing against every writer is going to be different, right? Every genre is going to be different, right? So I'm not knocking any writers who do this, but I find it much more fun for me as a reader to read stories that are only 3 to 4 pages a chapter. Now, granted, if they're 300 pages a book, 400 pages a book, 5, whatever it is, if you keep the chapters short and make me want to keep turning the page as a reader, just as an audience member, Ghost Pepper, that's going to make me want to keep reading. And this book, and I also read, I don't have it here with me right now, it's on the other side of the studio, but Ransomed Daughter was also written by Eric P. Bishop. Now, that is a novella, which means it is a shorter length book. It's only 74 pages long, 174 pages long. I read that in way less than a week. I mean, I probably read it in like 3 days, maybe 4. Because I loved it so much that I gave it a 5-star review. By the way, reviews matter, ladies and gentlemen. Reviews matter. And I sent it to Eric, and he appreciated it so much. I said, dude, this story moves, and I love that. And now I'm going to sit down. I'm going to read your next book, which is The Body Man. Which, again, he was very thankful for that, which is a big deal. So
he's going to be a guest next week, right? Or this week?
This weekend on the 22nd. Yes, he's going to be there on Saturday night, 7 o'clock Eastern time.
Awesome,
I hope you're able to join us. I am so excited to sit down and talk with him because we have been trying to plan this interview.
Like a fascinating interview, yeah.
Here's the thing. Eric P. Bishop and I have been trying to plan his appearance on And I Quote for I think it's been almost like a year and a half, maybe 2 years. And every time we tried to schedule it, he's been very busy with going on these trips to do research for his next novel or novels, depending on, how you look at it. And he finally came back and he said, look, I'm going to be free here in a little bit. My next novel's coming out in August, and I'm going to have some time before I start, planning my trips for the next, I want to research for my next novel. When can we, do this? And I said, well, this is what I have available. He says, okay, let's do it in late August. And I said, well, how about we do it on the 22nd? Because that's when your book is coming out. And he says, absolutely, let's do it. So his book comes out. It's actually available right now on Amazon. If you go to Amazon and look up Eric P. Bishop, Downfall is the latest novel in the Body Man series. It's out right now in ebook, paperback, and hardcover. So the fact that his book released this week, and we're going to have him on Saturday during the first week of his release of the new book, it's great, and I'm so happy for him. And the fact that I'm 26 chapters in to the Body Man in less than a day, like less than 2 days, I read 26 chapters. That's how freaking good this book is.
Yeah,
it's so good. And I said to Eric, I'm like, dude, this is like 24 on steroids, man. This is freaking awesome. Like, it just moves. And it makes me like, and there's some levity in there between the two FBI agents. Like, they're throwing little barbs at each other to kind of like, even though they take their job seriously, they like to lighten things up a little bit, right? So Eli Payne is one of the FBI agents, and Kat Stone is his partner in training. And Kat throws all these barbs at the older, grizzled FBI agent, and then he throws some stuff at, wait a minute, you've never seen that movie? You've never seen that? And she's like, dude, I've watched movies with my dad growing up, but some of this stuff I've never seen. It's just really funny. It's just I wouldn't say, but it's just cool. It's just good. It's good writing. I think it's very, very good writing. So
sweet.
If you're a fan of political thrillers, if you're a fan of stuff like 24 and Taken, The Unit meets NCIS, I challenge you, I urge you to check out ericpbishop.com. That is his website, ericpbishop.com. Look at all the stuff. He just redesigned his website like a month ago, which, by the way, Eric, your website, freaking amazing. Now, granted, when I start getting my writings out there, I'm going to hope to find a way to put together a website for myself. I'm going to have to take some P's and Q's from Eric P. Bishop because clearly the man is just – well, actually, he said that he got someone to do it for him. So I may have to ask him where he found his source on making a website. So because there's so many resources out there, Coast Pepper, as we all know.
Yeah, man, it's a bunch of those. So I
huge.
got a few more questions for you.
Ask away,
Ryan, since you're so this is a tradition here. So the last question about your particular project you got going on with the short stories is how do you have a timeline? Like how long do you think this might take you? Like what's a everybody's got projected goals, I guess. I mean, you don't have to. You could just be a writer forever, but you want to put it out, right? You want people to read it.
I do.
So what, a month, 6 months, a year, what do you think? Just give or take.
Well, originally, if I'm being perfectly honest with you, Ghost Pepper, is that I wanted this anthology to be out by the end of the year of 2026. Now, we're already going into mid-August, and then pretty soon we're going to be in September. So, 4 months is not a whole lot of time. But then again, writing short stories between 1 and 5,000 words doesn't necessarily take a whole lot of time either. So if I channel my energy, if I just make a set schedule.
That's probably key. That's key to channel that energy, towards
it's a mixture of both. You have to channel the energy, and if you're going to make a schedule, you got to stick to the schedule. You can't.
Right.
What do you call it? You can't wiggle your way out of it. You can't.
You can't sleep in today. It's time to. It's time to write, right?
If you make a schedule, you can't really make any exceptions to the rule, right? So I'm hoping to have this anthology, the one I'm in the process of piecing together for you guys. For the audience, for everybody. This is by the way, I try to make my stories for teenagers to adults. So I would say between 15 to 35 is my target demographic, maybe 15 to 40 is, but whatever. But I want teenagers to adults to read these stories and enjoy them as much as possible. Now, granted, am I going to have a whole bunch of cursing in my stories? Not really. I mean, I'll have maybe a few, maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 curse words.
Choice words,
not a whole lot. I want to make these accessible as possible to an audience. So, especially a younger audience. Let's be honest with ourselves. I'm hoping to have this up at the end.
I think the older audience appreciates the non-vulgar, the witty lines and the good writing. That's what they appreciate that more than a bunch of cussing stuff, because what he means. You don't have to say it, right?
I would say
you're good, right?
And they get it too. So my goal is to have this up at the end of the year and in people's hands by the end of the year. Whether it's what do you call it, ebook, paperback, hardcover. I want the whole thing. Gotcha. And I'm going to release it.
That's a good goal.
My plan is to get it released on Amazon, and KDP and maybe some other book sites, retailers, whatever. So we shall see. Like I said, everything is a
Barnes and Noble bound, baby.
Which a lot of indie writers have successfully transitioned their books to Barnes and Noble too, to being available for other pieces of the audience. So
all right, so possibly end of the year. All right, next question. Question.
End of the year.
What's your favorite band / artist of music?
Oh my gosh, that's well, I've listened to so many over the years, and my dad.
Have we all?
Here's the funny thing.
Have a favorite? Like, all right, it's the. I always approach it like this. So with all these questions, it's like the last meal time, right? It's the last dance. It's the last whatnot, and you going to pick your favorite band ever? Because if I got to go out, I'm going out to this.
If I'm going out, I'm going out to the well. Can I say the musician or band that I listen to every morning before I go to work?
Whatever's your favorite, man. This is your answer.
Let me preface this by saying this isn't my number one favorite, but it certainly is one of my favorite because I grew up listening to this person's music for many years and still do to this day. As I said, I listen to this every time I get up in the morning before I go to work, or as I'm sitting on my computer or my my tablet before I go to work. I listen to Danger Zone every morning before I go to work by Kenny Loggins. So I'm going to go back, bro. I'm going to go back to the 80s and say Kenny Loggins because
there you go. That's a new one.
When you hear Danger Zone after the anthem plays, when they're getting the planes ready to fly off, it goes from the anthem, right? It gets the,
Be just
You know,
like Top Gun. Cut it out.
Listen. I like both. Okay, I like Top Gun and I like Top Gun Maverick. I like them both. I really do. I really do. But that opening scene, pops, the opening scene with the anthem by Harold Faltermeyer, and then Kenny Loggins kicks in at the tail end of it. No pun intended. F-14 Tomcats. Anybody? Yeah, they're freaking awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna say Kenny Loggins is the last thing I listen to before I leave.
There
the
you
house
go. All right, next question. What is your, and this one is going to be pertinent for you. This one here is going to stick, and you're going to have to think about this one.
Oh boy.
What is your favorite movie / actor, actress?
That's like three.
Put you on the spot now.
I was gonna
It
say,
is
that's like
kind. It is kind of three different questions. You can
Yes.
answer just the first one, or you can answer all three. So it's up to you. So if
Wow.
you didn't have a favorite movie, but you're like anything this person's in is really my favorite because I just like everything this person does, or you can just say, you know what, this movie, regardless, they could have cast, some bum off the street if they just did it this way. It would have been perfect even then because it's my favorite movie. Right. So there you go.
Man,
Last movie you're gonna watch before you gotta go.
before I gotta go. Before I leave this earth.
Before you gotta go.
Oh, that's rough. That's hard. It's so hard. I've seen so many movies in my career. So many.
I knew this one's gonna be so hard for you.
Because I've seen so many. I've
The
seen so many.
movie guy.
The
Ask him what's
movie.
the movie guy. I asked him his favorite movie.
They don't call me Ryan the Quote for no reason.
Beat that, people. His
beat
favorite
that.
movie.
It's his. Let me preface this by saying it's not my number one favorite, but it is one of my all-time favorites. Can I say that? Am I allowed to say that on national television?
Yeah.
I'm going to say, this is going to shock everybody, but since she's going to be on the show with us this weekend, I'm going to say Swingers.
Oh,
With,
yeah,
Vince
that's
Vaughn
a
and Jon
new one.
Favreau.
That's a new one.
Vince Vaughn and Jon Favreau.
Everybody gets these questions, so.
I've seen the movie so many times that every time I see it, Ghost Pepper, it just makes me smile. And I laugh hysterically during certain scenes. Because
Bro, that's a great movie. I'm going to recommend it for Thursday night ADHD.
Please do. Please. Can I be honest with you, Ghost Pepper? It did turn 30 this year, so
Oh, man.
there's
Good
30th anniversary
stuff.
for Swingers.
Oh, I can't believe that movie's that old. No
yeah,
way.
it came out in 1996, believe it or not, when Pops was just a kid. But
Amazing.
anyway, no, I'm just kidding, Pops. You were like 600 at that point. But
Pops was already getting Social Security at that point.
yeah, he already got his AAA card, but AARP. Remember that commercial when we were kids, Ghost Pepper? If you're on diabetes and you're on Medicare, they can help you live a better life. That's what Pops was doing in '96.
Diabetes.
But anyway, Wilford Brimley. You know what, man? I'm going to say Swingers is one of my favorite movies. And then as far as actor and actresses go, I'm going with Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford. Good
you know
job.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
Harrison Ford, I grew up watching him as Indiana Jones. And I watched him as Han Solo, which are two of the most iconic characters in history.
I mean,
no doubt about
wow.
it. But I also believe, and I don't know how you feel about this to the people in the room, I think that Harrison Ford, in 1997, because this film turns 30 next year for you, Ghost Pepper, this is a fun fact for you. I think Harrison Ford played the best movie president of the United States.
Yes.
Air Force One in 1997 when
I
he
could get
beat
on
the
board with
living
that.
shit out of Commissioner Gordon before he was Commissioner Gordon. All right, this is before Gary Oldman was Commissioner Gordon. He was a punk trying to take a plane and his family hostage, and he picked the wrong freaking guy to mess with.
I know we need a badass as president.
Because
You know what
Harrison
I mean?
Ford is a badass, and as soon as he broke the man's neck and he looked him in the eye and says, "Get off my plane," and throws him out of the plane.
Good
I thought,
stuff.
you know what? Harrison Ford at his age, he's still got it. So I'm going to say Harrison Ford is actor, right?
There
and
you
you
go.
also asked you asked the follow-up question.
Yes.
So actress-wise, there's so many great actresses, though. That's the problem.
Yes.
And I've seen a lot of them over the years, but in a lot of different films. So if I had to pick an actress, just because I've seen this person's filmography, if you will, and I think she's done a lot of great stuff. She's done drama, she's done comedy, she's done a lot of different genres in her respective career, and she's still very young too. She's got a long way to go. I'm going to go with the girl on fire. I'm going to go with Katniss. I'm going with Jennifer Lawrence because
There you go, man. Good.
First of all, I think I can speak for every man who's in their 20s, 30s, 40s, whatever. She's one of my Hollywood crushes. I'll admit it on national television. I'll admit it.
Oh, yes.
And I think she was fantastic in Silver Linings Playbook, which won her the Academy Award. I thought she was really good as Katniss in the Hunger Games franchise. You know, I mean, I like all 4 movies of Hunger Games. I haven't seen Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes yet, so I can't say anything. But the first 2 Hunger Games movies are fantastic. The first 2 are just phenomenal. The break it apart of the last one into 2 parts, and they're good. They're decent. They're good films, but they're not great as the first 2. But anyway, that's beside the point, right? But she was also Mystique in my favorite X-Men movie of all time.
Yes,
This is a fun fact for you, Ghost Pepper. X-Men: Days of Future Past, in my opinion, is the greatest X-Men movie of all time. And I'm not discounting. Listen, I'm not discounting what Logan did because Logan's a great, but Logan is a spinoff. Logan is not connected to the X-Men.
Yeah. We have to get all. Yeah, it has to be an X-Men movie, right?
And you have to have the word
category.
But you also have to have the words X-Men in your title. So for me, as a fan of that part of I'm a fan of a lot of them, but I'm just saying, like, as a fan of the canon, Ghost Pepper, as you well know, X-Men: Days of Future Past is so good that it's perfect. I honestly, I've seen the theatrical cut, but then I've also seen the extended Rogue cut that we never got.
Well, I'm not sure how, but I ended up with 3 DVDs of that same movie.
That's funny.
So, I have 3. So
do you? Okay. Well, I have it on
somehow. I must have bought it, lost it, bought it, found it, had to, then moved, bought it again, found the other 2. Now I have 3.
I never knew this about you. This is fascinating. But I will say I have Days of Future Past on DVD, Blu-ray, both extended and original cuts, and on digital HD. So I can go back and rewatch that baby whenever. So I'm going to say Jennifer Lawrence, but then I'm also going to say Harrison Ford. And then, as we alluded to, as we spoke about earlier, Swingers is a great movie. You know, and here's the thing about Swingers. This is where I picked up one of my favorite catchphrases, and I say this to my friends as a form of encouragement all the time. And I'm sure I've told you this story before, Ghost Pepper, but I'll share it with you again if you're.
Tell me again.
So, if my friends are going through a hard time and they're unsure of themselves, or they're not sure that they're going to make it out there in the job market, or whatever, just whatever it is, just, they're having a bad day, hypothetically, right? I would go up to them and say, you know what? You're the big winner tonight. You're the big winner in more ways than one. And I would also say to them, you're money. You're so money, you just don't even know it. You're like a big bear, man. And I picked that up from Swingers. And I say that catchphrase that you're so money, you don't even know it. You're like a big bear, man. I say it to as many of my friends as humanly possible, because that to me is one of the best, if not the best form of encouragement that I've ever heard in my life. And it's also something you can use for any situation. Like if you're nervous about meeting a new girlfriend, or if you're nervous about asking a girl out, whatever, like you got to think of it. You got to think of yourself.
You call her the bear?
No. I'm not saying you call the girl the bear. I'm saying tell your friend when he's nervous, you say to him, you got this, because you're money. You're so money, you don't even know it. You are like a big bear, man.
You're a bear. You're a big bear.
I don't know if you remember the scene, Ghost Pepper, but they mentioned the fact that, Mikey, you know what you are? You're like this big bear with
your
claws
money.
and fangs.
You
big
are money.
On you. Big fucking teeth on you. She's just like this little bunny. She's got a cow in the corner, shivering. Yeah, and you're not hurting it. You're just patting the little bunny around. You know what I mean? And the bunny's scared, Mike. The bunny's scared. You got these claws and fangs. These fangs, man. And you look at your claws. You're looking at these fangs, and you're thinking, I don't know what to do, man. I don't know how to kill the bunny. With this, you don't know how to kill the bunny. You know what I mean? You're like a big bear, man. So you're not just like fucking with me. No, I'm not fucking with you. I'm telling you, you're money. You're so fucking money. Now I want you to go to that girl. I want you to get those digits. Yeah, so that's the catchphrase I drop on as many people. And by the way, for anyone watching or listening to this program right now, knows Monday Madness, part of the Madness Entertainment Group, which, by the way, check us out on the Meg.tv. I think you're going to like the way you look after visiting that website. That's right, the
Meg.tv. You can get all your short stories soon to be.
Which is very true. And not only that, and Pops, you put this in there on the website a while back, but I think it bears repeating. One of my short stories is a Western, and it ended up being a part of the Western Tales Anthology Volume 1, published by my good friends at Veritas Entertainment, which is available in ebook, paperback, and hardcover. It's 16 different stories, 15 different writers, because there were 2 writers of one of the stories that are involved in that anthology, Ghost Pepper, just to give you a heads up. But it is available to purchase in ebook, paperback, and hardcover on the meg.tv if you go to the website right now. So, booyah. See, there's one of my short stories is available for you to read and enjoy and like and share.
And look, you can get a CRoM coffee cup to drink your coffee while you read the short story. Right there on the meg.tv. You can get the Space Monkeys t-shirt.
Can we get a t-shirt with the meg.tv written on it, or the meg what's his name, the CRoM? Can we get a CRoM t-shirt? Is that a possibility?
Bro, there's a bunch of those on there.
Is there a t-shirt on there?
And it's what it is.
Can I see that? Let me see that.
It's multi-directional.
Oh, is it?
You can get, if you see a design you like on one item and it's not on the other item, you can have it transponded right onto it.
Really?
Yes. Yes, it's fantastic.
Let me see here. I'm trying to look at the shows, documentaries, news. Oh, shop. Here it is.
Yeah, go to the shop.
Yeah, let me see. Oh, I see the mugs. I see the hoodie. Yeah. See the t-shirts called the Drop Zone. Yeah. Oh, there's a Madness Entertainment Group hoodie for $31.
There it is.
Yeah. Oh, it comes in 2 different colors. That's even better. Yeah. There you go. It comes in heather gray. How about that? I like that. You know what? I may have to get myself a new hoodie for the what do you call it? The fall, winter season? Is that right?
No, yeah, I can pull it up if you want me.
You know what, Pops? That's a good point. We should get ourselves some new merch. Sounds like fun. I think it sounds.
I mean,
like
fun. You
can we get that?
What I'm trying to do is put out. I know some friends that's doing a project, and then we got a little competition out there for some album art. You should do like a little competition. Like $50 wins the cover art thing, and then the winner of that could get a coffee mug with the cover art right on it. The winner, you get a coffee mug, you get $50. You won the thing, it's $50, $500, whatever it's worth to you, right? You know what I'm saying? To get some real fire stuff and put it out there and just be like, hey, anybody's welcome to submit, entry.
He's got a good point. Yeah, this is really cool stuff, man. I haven't been to this website in a while.
Yeah, so. It's like our own little
paradise,
similar to like
I'm digging
on my comic, but it's right here, like mouth to mouth on the madness. Like if you got something going on, you need somebody to help you out with lettering or coloring or an album art or whatnot. You just put it out there like, hey man, I got some money, you can submit, whatever.
For next year,
$50.
For next year in 2027, one of my goals is to do a one-shot comic book through Kickstarter.
That's what I'm saying. Just put it out there. Like, anybody want to be a part of this? If
we should do that.
If we tell you what, if you submit your entry, we put it in the book, and then we do the Fund My Comic. We put the price at this much, and if we actually get to that goal, we just split it between us 3 or us 5 or however many people it was that contributed. You just split that, and then anything over the top, well, that's mine because it was my idea. So you got paid. Now, if it takes off, we might have have to talk about,
Then you're saying potentially I could get some extra lettuce.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, he's got a point.
You set the goal at, I don't know, $50. You get the $50. Everybody gets $10. And if it hits $100, then I get 50, and y'all all get $10. I actually get 60.
Well,
because I was the 5th person.
Sounds like a Ponzi scheme to me.
I was going to say, I don't know if that's how that works, but
it's an idea, though.
I was going to say, because me personally, I've never done a Kickstarter before, so that's one of my goals in 2027 is to launch one at some point in 2027 and learn. Obviously, I'm going to learn a lot of stuff before I launch the Kickstarter because you don't want to go into it half cocked or go into it half assed. So don't worry, Pops. I'll make sure I get the education on how to run a Kickstarter because, like I said, I've never done it before. All new to me. Once we get into 2027, I'm not going to do it this year. There's no way.
Look, Fish, Lori, you got so many people that can give you the rundown.
Lori, who's the other? Barb Kahlberg, Rob Davis, who's the other guy? Roland Mann, right?
My
Is it
fart.
rolling?
Tons
Another
of
one?
people
Look,
that can,
Yeah, but
tons of
has it
people that can
Roland?
coach.
Roland's done like 1 million Kickstarters in his career, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can go to Roland. We can talk to Roland. You out there? We can talk to Roland about it. Maybe he knows a thing or two. He probably does.
look, my fart in a jar Kickstarter
Yeah,
was
right.
a
That's never
hit,
happening.
bro. It was a hit.
Yeah, sure.
I know.
It's never going to happen, guys. But yeah,
It
no.
had-
Hopefully we'll get the short story anthology by the end of the year, and then 2027. You know what they say, right? With a new year, the sky's the limit. So I could be doing a Kickstarter for you guys, for all you guys know in 2027.
Well, look, one thing about it, Ryan, good luck on your project, man. I hope you
Thanks,
do
man.
well. I really
Thank
do.
you.
I look forward to reading it, man, actually.
Yeah.
And telling you how much I just love it or hate it or whatnot. You know, I really look forward to it, man.
I hope you don't. Yeah, but my hope is that you don't hate my writing. But then again, we all know that nobody is perfect, and I'm not going to bat 1,000 right out of the gate. I mean, no one ever has. Granted, my short story got published, but that was last year. So
you do good stuff, brother. I hope you do well, man. Keep rocking, man. You're doing good.
Yeah, I got this thing right here. I got this new notebook. I want to write all my stories and
What
write
is
my
this?
ideas down.
Notes?
It's a notebook. It's a notebook. It's just a typical notebook I got from what's his name, Target something.
Everybody should have one.
Everyone should have a notebook. Everyone should have it says notes on it, because if I want to write notes for my stories, or I want to start writing my stories, which, by the way, if you're going to write something, make sure that, I mean, for me anyway, I prefer the paper to be lined. Okay. Lined paper is way easier and better organized to keep your story ideas in. Just throwing that out there. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but lined paper is how we do it around here. But yeah, I got like 3 notebooks that are just dying to be written in with stuff, ideas, short stories, character studies. What do you call it? What are those things called? Outlines, which I'm not really a big fan of outlines, but I may have to do some.
Do you write with pencil or ink?
Oh no, I write with a pen. So I write with this one.
Inky.
I write with a clicky. I write with a clickster.
So you scribble a lot, right?
Well, I don't scribble. I write, but then again, if you looked at my handwriting, you probably think a 2-year-old wrote it. But still, I don't know. It's chicken scratch.
If
But
you like me,
way,
you get about every third word scribbled out. It's
Really?
for code. It's for code purposes.
I don't do that. I don't scribble out every 3rd word. I may scribble out every 50th word, but
I do, just for nostalgia.
Really? Does anyone else do that? Or is anyone else
No,
familiar with
no.
that tactic? 'Cause I
I'm
don't
original.
remember. You're original. Oh, sorry. I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about something that happened in the.
It's a style. It's a form of writing.
How many notebooks do you have? Do you have any blank ones?
No, I don't have any blank ones.
You don't have any blank?
They're
Oh,
all scribbled in.
Do you just write over them?
Yeah, I just continue. I just write above in the little space.
I was going to say, you do realize that back to school sales are happening right now. You could probably get a whole bunch of notebooks for like 25 cents a book.
Yeah, but once I start, I can't stop. So I just
Okay, well then buy a, what do you call that stuff? Buy a 10-pack of them.
A bulk. Okay.
Well, you can buy a bulk. You can go to Staples, Office Depot. I get email alerts from these stores all the time because apparently people like to spam our inboxes. But it's like, what was this? Office Depot sent me the link saying, "Oh yeah, everything is on sale starting at 25 cents for folders." I'm like,
well, I build a lot of fires because you know how you'll write something and you don't like it and you scribble and you just tear the page out and crumble it. You play basketball at the waste paper basket.
The waste basket.
Yeah.
Well,
And then,
if you wish, all notebooks are on sale right now, so you may want to consider buying yourself a bulk.
I'm like a firebug. I go out there and build a fire and cook a sausage over it or something. You know,
do you write your ideas down, Pops? Do you write them down in notebooks? Do you have a bunch of notebooks at your place or no? Probably not. You probably
I have things I write down. They're not necessarily about stories.
They're about, okay, let me structure how this week is going to go programming wise.
Exactly.
Basically, what you're saying is that you write in your notebooks, but you put together really is what you do. You put together spreadsheets.
It's basically scheduling and
that's what I'm saying. You put together
scheduling.
spreadsheets.
And I write down stuff like Ryan likes Kenny Loggins and swingers. So here you go.
By the way, which is true because I just told you that. So
I will say that somewhere on a truck, somewhere in the country, there is an outline of a story I did start writing a long time ago.
Oh shit!
Including a regional map. And
really?
Yeah. Not that I don't have a writer in me. I don't have time to be a writer.
Oh wow. Well, you are the master of this whole network, so you got a lot of responsibilities right now.
I jot down a lot of stuff about a lot of things. I should probably try to write it in like perfect form.
I'm not
Because
saying
I'm telling you, I
yeah.
got a bunch of stories in my head and in my life that it probably would be cool. They usually turn out to be songs because I'm more of a music guy.
Oh.
So they turn out to be like,
Don't mind that.
they say songs, more like poems, I guess.
Poetry's good.
Kind of, sort of. It's
All
like,
songs start as a poem, dude.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like a
there's a
poem
market
type.
out there for poetry too. There's a market
Yeah,
out there
I know.
for sure. People are probably dying for poetry.
Look, we watched a movie about a bar one time.
Which one was this?
And the only reason it worked is because eventually they had poetry night.
You know what the funny?
You remember that one, Pa?
I think he does. You know, the funny thing is, going back to some of the stuff we used to do when we were younger on Monday nights. So we're leading up to, I know it's almost 8:00 and I know it's way past Pops' bedtime, but no, it's just getting started. He's not going anywhere. But I will say, you know what I'd be doing right now, Pops? Normally what I'd be doing around this time, if I didn't have to go to the grind in the morning, is that I would either be reading my book, which, hopefully I can still get a little bit of reading in before I go to sleep tonight. But it's almost 8:00. And normally I'd be getting ready to, I would have some dinner around this, about 7:00, 6:30, whatever it was, and get ready to watch an all-new episode of WCW Monday Nitro and WWE Raw is War and keep flipping between the dials because that was so much fun back in the day. There was just nothing like it back then. But I will say this. Pops, you're such a busy man. You got all these other things going on. You're putting together the spreadsheets for the scheduling of the programming, which, by the way, Madness Entertainment Group, check all of them out. They're great. My question to you is, have you ever thought about maybe having someone, kind of help you out with the producing and the programming, like a co-general manager of SmackDown and Raw?
When I can pay somebody to do something like that, then I can offer it. I can't ask somebody to
all
be
free producers are welcome to come join the
This is the whole thing. When we're making money, then we can pass money around.
Okay.
I'm not making money. I'm not making enough to say, hey,
No.
Ryan, would you like to come, be my second in command or be the late night producer or,
general manager of late night programming,
station manager, late night station manager, whatever.
Yeah.
But I can afford to pay somebody to take on that responsibility. That's different. Right now, I would be asking somebody to do it and not being able to compensate them in any way other than,
I get it.
What they can get out of it, right? Okay,
look,
like
Ryan,
you do a show, okay,
it's
you
fine.
do a show, and you have your own people that pay you to run ads on your show, okay? I don't need none of that. That's your money.
Well,
do that, okay? But I can put you on platforms, right, that might increase that money that you have coming in. That's all I can do right now. I can't
which is fine.
pay somebody to step into a position. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
look,
I wasn't trying to downgrade you or say
Ryan.
I wasn't taking it.
We have an opening at the hot dog stand, Ryan. It pays
exactly. Yeah,
it pays $7 an hour.
$7 an hour. That's right.
All you got to do,
which is the new and improved minimum wage.
All you got to do is squirt the mustard. That's it. You're the mustard guy. $7 an hour. Hot dog stand at the Badness at every show. You have to be there for every show.
Don't think for a minute now that if I couldn't afford to hire somebody to help me out, that I wouldn't do that. I would do that in a heartbeat. Oh yeah, look, it's definitely something.
Yeah, it's an idea that's something that's going to happen way down the line. It's not going to happen anytime.
No, I mean, I had somebody step up already and ask me if they could help me in that way, and I told them the same thing. Look, what I can pay you for that kind of time, because it's real time. That's not.
It is real
doing
time.
A show. That's not doing a show.
It's a lot of responsibility, and it's also a lot of responsibility for anybody. So
you got to follow all the chats of all the shows. You got to be there to respond in case.
You got to be the eyes and ears of the operation. I get it. Yeah. It's okay. It's all right. Just throw it out there. But hey, we're just happy to be here. And we're happy to have a good time.
CRoM actually from Super Saturday Draw Along was the first one to step up and say, "Hey man, can I help you in any way like that?" And I did. Because look, he lives in Singapore. Having him as a night manager would be perfect, right?
He's a fantastic artist. I don't know how he gets it all done.
But again, I'm not going to ask him to take on that kind of responsibility unless I can compensate him for that kind of time.
Which is fair, by the way. I think everything you just said is completely valid, and it's completely fair and understandable. Because anyone who takes on any kind of position like that, it's a lot of responsibility. Got to be the eyes and ears.
We need Nim to get his ass out of that bed and get better.
Hey, well,
in the name of Jesus, he's gonna get better.
He's going through some stuff, so let's
Nim is the man, bro.
Him this morning, Ryan.
Nim is the man, dude. I'm telling you, he does it without even knowing he's doing it.
I've hung out with Nem on a few occasions. He's a cool cat. I like the guy. I actually like him a lot. You were saying that he did a show this morning. That's fantastic.
He came back this morning for the return in Nem in the AM. He's so we're gonna ease him back into it. We're not gonna let him take on all 10 of his shows all at once.
Look, Nem made the intro for this show. I mean, he's
he's a boss.
He's made the intro for a lot of the shows.
Well, good on him. I'm happy for him. I think that's great. And Nem is a cool guy. I've hung out with him a couple times over the last So
you don't like Nem? Okay, whatever.
No, it has nothing to do with that. I think Nem is cool. Okay. He's a cool cat. He's awesome. I just haven't seen him in a while because I haven't been able to. Our schedule between Nem and I, our schedules never line up. So
he hasn't been on for quite a while, dude.
Yeah, he's been coming back. He's been having to take care of himself. So
he had surgery on both kidneys, within a couple of weeks of each other.
Which by the way, absolutely crazy.
Nem had a penis deduction surgery. His junk was too huge. It was so huge. Look, he was tearing up the flooring.
I think that was Taco.
He broke every threshold. Bro, he was dragging it in the shower. He was like, look, something's got to give. So we're giving him some time with his penis reduction, Ryan.
I may not have been there in the morning, but I will say this to him, Pops. Nem, welcome back. We missed you, brother.
Yeah.
For real. Yeah. For real. Nem and I have hung out a couple times, so he's fantastic. And I hope one of these days I hope to sit down with Nem on another show and just talk to him and shoot the breeze about stuff, because there's a lot of stuff that Nem and I could easily talk about 100%.
Hey, he's got a book. He is a writer. He wrote a book.
That's what I'm saying. He and I can just sit down and talk about that.
My mom actually loves Nem's book. She read it. I read it, and then she read it. She was like, "This is awesome." Now more. I was
Space
like,
Monkeys?
"Oh, Space Monkeys." Okay.
Which one? Space Monkeys or the Long Game?
The Long Game.
Yeah, the Long Game.
Mom loved the Long Game. She's like, "This is the coolest book ever. Where'd you get this?" And I was like, "Well, let me tell you the story." He's always got books sitting around. We just read books when we're not doing nothing. That's what we do.
Now, this is what I'm going to do next, Ryan. This is going to be the final question of the show.
Oh boy.
And this is the one I get them with every time.
Oh no. What's
your favorite album cover art?
I don't really focus too much on the album art, because I'm always just grooving to the music. That's a tough one. You know what? No, I can't say it, but you know what? I will say this. I will say this because it may not be my number one fit, but it is one of my favorites. And I'm going to do this as a tribute to my dad, because my dad raised me on so many great pieces of music. Dad, I love you. I miss you. I'm always going to love you. Always going to miss you. But Dad introduced me to a man named Phil Collins. And Phil Collins had an album where it was live versions of his songs. It was the one that looks like a carousel. I think it's, Phil Collins Live at so-and-so, or Phil Collins Greatest Hits Live, something like that. I don't remember, Pops, if you can find out what album covered that. But anyway, it's like a carousel, and it's got a horse, and it's got, Phil Collins writing in black lettering. I'm trying to rack my brain over what it was originally. I'm so sorry. But it is a live album. That Phil Collins had out. I mean, granted, has everyone done this at one point in their musical career? Probably has. But yeah, I'm going to say that one because my dad introduced me to one of his favorite songs. I think, if not, was it his number one? No, it was very close though. One of his all-time favorite songs. And Dad, I love you and I miss you. And thank you for introducing me to Phil Collins. In the Air Tonight, Pops. In the Air Tonight. Do you remember that one? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So when he played the live version of that song in the car, we were in the car when this happened. This is a true story. And I remember him, answer that door. It's probably my pizza. And I'm sorry, I hear knocking in the background. Anyway, he plays this album. And as soon as In the Air Tonight comes on, Pops, this is what he does. Turns it up to 11. And as soon as the drum solo kicks in, Dad just loses his shit. And he's just having a ball. And I'm like, okay, clearly you like this song a lot. And I'm starting to like it a lot. So, yeah. Thank you, Dad, for introducing me to bands or musicians, Ghost Pepper, like Doobie Brothers, the Steve Miller Band, right?
Oh, yeah.
Boston. Let's not forget about Boston thrown in there. Genesis and Phil Collins, because they kind of go hand in hand. Christopher Cross, because Sailing and Ride Like the Wind are two of my late dad's favorite songs. But I believe his favorite song of all time, Pops, if I'm remembering this correctly, was Born to Be Wild by Steppenwolf. Are you familiar with this?
Yes.
Okay, so he was a massive Steppenwolf fan. So that was probably, I believe that was his number one favorite song. So, Dad, I'm giving you a shout out because you deserve it, and I love you to death. Born to Be Wild, and then the other song he would play a lot in the car, Pops, is Deep Purple.
Yep.
You know, what was it called? Smoke on the Water, if I remember correctly.
Smoke on the Water. It was a
Smoke on the
song
Water.
about a casino
Was it?
that floated on the water and it was on fire.
Are you serious? No,
Yes.
it wasn't. Get out of here.
Yeah,
Get out of here.
guarantee. I promise you.
That is
It
not.
was about a
Hold up,
casino
hold up.
that
That is not
floated
true.
on the. It is
No.
true.
Hold up.
Is this true?
They all
Pops?
went down to Montreux to record a song, to record an album
To record
in
an
a
album.
studio.
In a studio. Yeah.
In the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whether or not that studio was in a casino on the water, I never heard that. But
The song was about a
don't think it
casino
was.
that it was.
All right. You know what? I'm going to Google. Pops, can we Google this? I need
Google
to find
it.
this out.
Google
Hold on.
that
Smoke
shit.
on the Water by Deep Purple. Let's look this up right now because I have to know this for my dad's sake. Deep Purple inspiration. Let me see. Inspiration or
the
smoke?
Montreux Casino in Switzerland,
Told your
the
ass.
English rock band was there to record an album. It doesn't say anything about it floating. It was they watched the smoke spread over the Lake Geneva.
Chronicling the 1971 fire at the Montreux Casino in Montreux, Switzerland.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Told you the casino was,
And it was
like a
released.
floating barge type thing.
Okay,
and it
but the
started.
album, you're right.
It
The album
doesn't say
itself was
anything
released in
about a
1972.
floating barge.
It was though. I'm telling you, I've seen shit about this, and they said it was like I don't know if it's a barge or what do you call it, but it
Okay.
was like floating on the water, and
have
it
it right
caught
here.
on fire.
I have it right here. I have it right here in my hands. So 4th December of 1971, during a Frank Zappa concert, the Montreux Casino, which was located in Switzerland, catches fire when someone fires a flare gun, inspiring Deep Purple's Smoke on the Water.
There you
There
go.
we go.
It just
Frank
it
Zappa?
doesn't say
Yes.
anything about
Frank Zappa.
the
The
casino
Okay,
floating.
so
Do
I
you
was
want-
a little bit off.
do
It
you
was
remember
still the
Frank
same
Zappa?
shit. Yes, I
You remember
remember
Frank
Frank
Zappa?
Zappa.
Pops, you remember Frank Zappa, right?
Oh,
You
yeah.
listen to
Oh,
Frank
yeah.
Zappa.
I-
right, so-
look, don't get me going on Frank Zappa. I'll start singing.
I
Bobby
love.
Brown.
I'll fucking
jeez.
share the show.
No, you won't.
Hey,
But yeah,
there,
those were
people,
some of
I'm
my those were
Bobby
some of my
Brown.
late father's favorite pieces of music. So thank you so much to my dad, because my dad was he loved music. I mean, we all did. We all loved music. I mean, my brothers, I have two older brothers, right? So they introduced me to Styx, the Eagles, Alice Cooper. I think Dad introduced me to AC/DC at one point. I remember us going to a concert where Fleetwood Mac and Yes were performing that night, Pops. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I remember my brother looked at me, and my brother actually told me this story a couple weeks ago. He said to me, Ryan, I remember us going to that concert, and as soon as the song came on, referring to Yes's Rhythm of Love, I think it was, or what was the other one? Owner of a Lonely Heart. You just were air guitaring and air drumming the whole freaking time. Because I was a kid. I was a little boy at the time. And it was like, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? It's great pieces of music, whether you're hearing it from Fleetwood Mac or Yes, because let's be perfectly honest, Owner of a Lonely Heart and Rhythm of Love are two of the best songs ever written. And then you go to Fleetwood Mac, for example. No, honestly, I think they are. And like I said, my parents got me into this music, so I got to give my parents some credit here. Owner of a Lonely Heart, I think is great, but Rhythm of Love, I think is slightly better. But listen. There's so many great pieces of music by Yes. It's hard to pick just one, right? I mean, it's hard to pick just one.
Yeah, it's easy to pick just one. Roundabout. That's
Okay,
it.
Roundabout's a good one too. Listen, I like Roundabout as much as anyone else. I like Roundabout as
Going
much as
for
anybody
the
else.
One is another one that's really good.
Okay, that one I've yet to.
Going for the One is a title track on a Yes album.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And
I
if
haven't
you
heard that
don't
one
know
yet.
the title tracks.
Well, I'm sorry.
Come on.
I haven't heard Going for the One. I haven't heard.
You're not all knowing, Brian. I thought.
I
Go
guess
listen
not.
to
I haven't
Go
heard it.
listen to
Jeez
it. It is
Louise.
good stuff.
You say it's called Going for the One. All right. Well, that's
Going
probably
for
what I'm
the
going to end
One.
up listening to before I go to sleep tonight. Thanks to you.
The whole
Look,
album.
watch
is
out
good.
for that Wiener for a Schnitzel song too. That
Are
one.
you talking about the whole album or just the first half? No, he's talking about the whole album.
The whole album's good. It's good stuff.
You mean the whole album is good?
But the song Going for the One is really good. Really good.
You
Top
know,
notch, yes.
Yes is good, and Fleetwood Mac is good too. I've listened to almost every song by Fleetwood Mac, so that's a good one. Yeah, every time we had because like I said, we had the album of this. Dad had a great collection of albums. One of the albums was The Dance by Fleetwood Mac, and so the live version of Tusk would come on, Pops, with the USC marching band. Do you remember that one?
Oh yeah.
That was pretty damn good. And every time the drum solos kick in, I'm just losing my shit, and I'm drumming along with them because it's awesome. It's just great. The fact that they can drum for that long during the course of the song, I was just like, listen, you have a serious amount of endurance to drum for a 6 to 7 minute song, if not 8 minutes. All right.
Yeah, I'm a drummer, and I used to play in like a jam band.
Yeah.
And
So
a regular song for us was 10 minutes.
Oh Jesus.
Easy.
I can't do
I mean,
it.
we would
can't
jam
do it.
for 25 minutes sometimes. We'd play like easy.
Can't do it. The longest song I've ever been able to jam, because I used to play the snare drums when I was younger, and I played a little bit more the drums after that. I could probably jam out for a good 5 minutes, Ghost Pepper, and then my hands would be tired. I'm done. I'm like, I need a break. I've been hitting these drums and the cymbals for too long.
It's
I need
like
a break, pal.
after about 8 minutes, I hit a new level of like euphoria with my muscles.
Really?
And it would just keep going. And then after about 15 to 20 minutes, bro, just get intense and you would just be in the zone. You would be on a whole nother level.
I got to cut this one. I got stuff to do.
So do I. Everyone's got stuff to
Can
do.
we keep talking shit for like
go
3
feed
hours?
Mama. I got to go feed Mama. Okay.
All right.
He's got to grab himself something to eat.
Good luck, Ryan, on your project.
Hey, hell yeah.
Sounds great. Sounds
Yeah,
great.
Thanks for coming out.
Hey,
It's always good
Pops.
talking to you, brother.
Pops,
Yeah, man.
Ghost Pepper, thanks for having me. If anyone wants to follow the
Yeah,
craziness that ensues with me, follow me across all forms of social media, simply at Anti-Crow Channel. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Help us reach 1,000 followers on Instagram so I can do some giveaways, Pops. I want to do that for you guys. So hit us up on Instagram, at Anti-Crow Channel. Help us reach 1,000 followers here pretty soon, because once we do, I'm going to do a giveaway or two. And I want to do it really badly because I got some good people that want to give some stuff away to the fans out there. So let's do it. Let's have a party. Why don't you? But thanks for having me. This was great. And who knows, Pops? Maybe you'll see me again sometime, because as Superman once said, I'm always around.
You know it. Thanks for hanging out, bud. Ghost Pepper, I will
Thanks,
see you later, brother.
Yeah, man. See you later, sir.
Y'all have a good night. We are out of here.
Peace.
Ozzy, what are you doing? Come and have a look at this lovely book that was sent over.
You're wrapping in the perpendicular.
Oh, go on and spit the bat out your mouth. No one can understand you like that.
Say how 5 dentists and all.
Oh, well, that's not much better. Ozzy, why don't you sing to me? I can always understand you when you sing to me.
Fucking my brains. What is this my publisher sent me? Inked in black with art so sweet.
So what do you think? Do you like it?
Oh, Lord, yeah.
Dr. Mall? Yeah, this is Detective Marcus Fulton with Kinnixon County Sheriff's Department, and I have a case I need your help with.
How many bodies?
2. Both ritual killings, both males, no obvious connection.
Are you a hunter, Mr. Fulton?
As much as I can be.
Good. So we're about to hunt the most elusive apex predator there is.
Well, then you better get a good night's sleep. I'll see you tomorrow.
Some killers, they want to be found. Some want to be caught. They want to see their own headlines. This man is not interested in any of that. He's on a mission. He's not going to stop. He's not going to make any mistakes.
There's a reason the res is where it is. Hell, even the local tribes haven't been up there in 200 years. They say even the land is evil. I don't believe in that kind of evil.
Maybe you should.
Last days of the bad moon. Last days of the bad moon. Whose utopia? Last days of the bad moon. Whose utopia?
It's a place to celebrate heroes that have passed. A place to remember great deeds and past battles. And the place where evil now waits to strike. Galaxy Memorial Park, Volume 2. Crowdfunding on fundmycomic.com.
Hey.
what's up? This is Kel Mitchell, and you are watching Madness Entertainment Group. Woo!
If you missed the live viewing of any Meg production, you can find all our content on Roku or as a member of this channel. Madness Entertainment Group.